post your link. Yeah, Sharika's out, y'all. Sharika's out. She's not in the 200. She didn't run the opening round.
Sharika pissed me off. Oh my goodness.
Aaron has employment for the next 4 years, though. Congrats on that.
Thank you. I do. I definitely do. After this, wait, did it connect?
Well, I don't know what that meant. What they meant, you got employment for the next 3 years.
Because I mean, I got a lot of content to make. You know.
Yeah, man. But it would have been easier to. Would you have more content had he lost?
Yes, it would have been. I already had everything set up. I was going to go buy a cake, balloons, all of that. Like, this is one of the worst days of my life, honestly. Hate to see this.
Everything Track had a video came out. What's up, Everything Track?
Hey. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, man, what is officer laughing about? What's so funny, officer?
What'd you say?
What this cop laughing about, man?
Hey, because I told Aaron, I told coaches this, I text Ray's take, I told all these Jamaicans that I've done these live streams with, they kept saying this whole year, you crazy if you think Noah Lyles going to win. The fastest time means he is going to win. I told Aaron personally yesterday, just because you got the fastest time don't mean you're going to win the finals. I've been proving this 3 years in a row.
What are you talking? You're not telling me nothing I didn't already know what say. Check this out.
No. I told you specifically yesterday.
I had Sha'Carri getting second in the finals, and I had Keyshawn Thompson getting second in the finals. These were my predictions that dropped 6 days ago.
Nah, bro. You was on the bro. That's not what you were saying on the Discord.
The three people that got on the podium, they were on the podium. I had Fred get on the podium, Keyshawn, and Noah.
Bro, that's not.
But Noah and Noah and Fred just switched places. But let me tell you. You
had Noah in third.
You would have been a fool to say Noah was gonna win.
No, I've been saying he was gonna win.
Especially when the round started. You know nobody in their right mind had Noah winning.
I did. And 100K a day. 100K a day. Tell him all my videos say Noah Lyles is going to win in the predictions. All my videos.
You just dick riding for the views. You ain't really believing the stuff you saying.
That's cap.
You
cap,
not really
nigga.
believing the stuff you saying.
That's cap, nigga. Why the fuck would I be dick riding for Noah Lyles views when all my views come from Keyshawn Thompson? That only makes no sense.
But didn't you have a video? Hold on. Didn't you have a video earlier? Everything Track that you supposed to have, that you had pinned it from yesterday to put out today, saying Keyshawn Thompson wasn't gonna make the final or something?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened to that video?
Ferdinand Ominyala was gonna knock him out.
Well,
come on.
Hey, all right, y'all got me on that one. I really did have Ominyala.
Man, you don't get your police. You don't get your police ass on the right.
No, I was still 80% right. If we're going off of percentages, I was still 80% right. Fred Curley did go. Ominyala just didn't make it. Marcel Jacobs made it instead. But that is what it is. But regardless, I was still right about the finals. I said Noah Lyles would win because he has the experience. Keyshawn Thompson doesn't have the experience.
Experience don't mean nothing.
It obviously do, bro.
All of those guys in that field, you had the Olympic champion in the 100 in that field. You had Akani Sambina. He been in the last 3 Olympic finals. They all experienced. Keyshawn had no experience, showed up and got the silver medal and ran the same time as Noah. Experience don't mean nothing. Julian Alfred, this her first ever Olympics. She showed up and won. That experience don't mean nothing.
In Jamaica, in the US, if you don't get gold, you're a failure. Go to every Jamaican live stream right now and see what they're saying. They're already making excuses.
That man Keyshawn just secured himself millions of dollars. Trust me, he ain't worried about being no failure.
Man,
now Oblique Seville, on the other hand,
he's so trash. That nigga's so trash. That nigga, that's his 4th year.
He do the same thing every time.
That's his 4th year going to the finals and not getting the medal. That's his 4th in a row.
But I had Oblique getting like fit. I didn't see him like, I don't know what it is about, bro. I just didn't see it.
I just hate the fact that I've been having to defend this man even from people like you. I've been having to defend this man for 7 months, saying Keyshawn Thompson is not going to beat Noah Lyles. Fred Curley is not going to beat Noah Lyles. Marcel Jacobs, I'm surprised he made it to the finals. But and that was right.
You seen Marcel leaning for a medal in the finals.
He leaned him. He leaned his ass for that one.
I've been telling people since the day Marcel ran 10-0. I said, y'all don't know what this means. That means this man gonna be ready for the Olympic final. People saying he'll be lucky to make it out the first round and things like that. I said, bro, this man, the last time this man ran 10-0 and was running nines during the season, he won the Olympic gold. And even earlier today in the semifinals, we got third place in the semifinals. I said, don't be surprised if Marcel get a medal, because the last time he got third place in the semifinal, that man got an Olympic gold medal.
He got 9.85 today. That was the season's best.
Right, and he ain't ran 9.8 since the last Olympics.
Exactly. But I really thought y'all a big muscle head ad was gonna make
Dude,
it.
You should know y'all don't run fast outside of Africa, man. Stop. Listen, you gotta remember something, man. 991 got dead last, got 8th. Listen, 991 got 8th, man. This was not no little boy stuff. This was some grown man time right here.
This was definitely the fastest Olympic. This was definitely the fastest 100 meters that I've seen, at least in my life period in the 100.
No, what it is that after Bolt, Tyson, Asafa, and Johan retired, the top came down and Gatlin retired. The ceiling came down, but the bottom came up. The average came up.
Yeah. I'll say it's a lot of people like in that bottom range just running faster, but the top guys, they aren't running that fast. But
right, they're not running that fast. Like these guys are running just as fast as they were running 20 years ago with Mo Green. It's just more guys running about that same. Mo Green world record was 9.79 before you guys were even born. You know what I'm saying?
And you also got to think about it too. Like the last Olympics, when Marcel Jacobs crossed the line, the clock said 9.79. It went to 9.80. So This ain't nothing we ain't seeing. This time it said 9.78. So I said they probably ran about 9.79, 9.80. So they didn't really run that much faster. They ran like a 10th faster. But I mean, we all seen Keyshawn Thompson cross that line first. They can play the politics and not show the photo finish on the results that they.
No, they showed it though, man. It was definitely Noah. He barely got it, man.
No,
listen,
man.
You got to listen. Let me tell you something. Listen, you got to earn. We got to remember. Back in 1992 and 1996, Gail Devers got it the exact same way, snatching it from the Jamaicans. Exact same way. I mean, she literally turned her shoulder. So they showed the photo. I'm just being real with you. So we got it before. We most of the photo finishes, we've gotten them in the last years.
All I know is that real ninjas all across America is highly upset today. But we got to keep our heads up and stay strong, because we did get 2 real ninjas on the podium. So we got 2 out of 3. We 66%.
Right, but not only that, Sha'Carri lost. I'm more happy about Sha'Carri losing than anything.
I mean, I knew I had her getting second too, behind whoever she would have raced. I said,
listen, I'll let Noah get 4 golds for Sha'Carri to have lost that yesterday. Yesterday, I was so excited. That was worth everything. I let Noah go get 4. I let him anchor the 4x4 and break the world record and break the 200 world record just for Sha'Carri, for my video about Sha'Carri to come true. I'll take that.
100K. Can I say something real quick?
What's that?
I gotta say something real quick. I got a fat ass 8K Ultra HD HDR TV in my living room. I'm gonna tell you right now, I seen every sweat, drop of blood come from Noah Lyles' torso. It ain't no way you can tell me he didn't win. Look at Aaron.
What they got to do with it? You a cop? You a cop? You supposed to have a fat TV for working with the government and putting people in jail. You an officer. So what you tell? What's your TV size and the pixelation on your TV got to do with the price of tea in Afghanistan? Your entire job and career is based upon watching people destroy themselves, and you know that behavior they're going to do it. They're going to commit crime. They're going to do that. So what does that have to do with anything?
All right, let's get back to this 100-meter talk. Hey, Aaron.
Exactly.
Aaron, exactly. You know you have to make an apology video to your friends and family, right?
No, hell no. It ain't like bro just went out there and won and meant to win. He was scared the whole time. He accidentally won. You got to think about it. They set it up for bro to win. You got to think they had Fred and Keyshawn way on the other side of the track. They over there street racing. They know that Fred was gonna hop out in front of Keyshawn, and Keyshawn was gonna have to go off his plan a little bit. Noah out there on his own. He out there with Marcel Jacobs. So he could just like focus on his race plan and race pattern. And the fact that he only won by a photo finish, I'm not impressed by that.
I don't care how.
Hey, hold up. Sober. Add your mic and camera, Sober. I see you trying to come in, Sober. You need to add your mic and camera. If you want to come in, Sober.
I ain't gonna know what else.
Look, before the race, I did a TikTok video. It's like 200,000 views already. I said Noah's ceiling is 978. Like, that's the fastest he can ever run. So I said if he goes to the final and runs his fastest race that he's physically capable of running, he will be in the mix to win. And he did that.
Well,
but he accidentally did it. He ain't like he just went out there meant to do it. He accidentally did it. But he did it at the end of the day.
Hey, Aaron, somebody named Kosi, he told me to tell you I love you, Aaron.
I see it.
Kosi, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, and I'm gonna keep it a bean. You might love him, but Noah Lyles is finna put this man Aaron Brown in his latest vlog. It ain't gonna be funny. His team, I can see his team.
He already used your voice. He just used his voice.
Please use your video, Aaron. Can we please
use
your
video? Hey, Aaron.
This is what I'm waiting on. Look, it's been 2 videos where they used me. So I'm waiting for the 3rd one to come out. I'm gonna just strike the whole channel, get his channel deleted. Don't strike Aaron,
don't strike him, Aaron. Just sue him for using your name, likeness, or image, and you can get it that way. But Sober, what's up, Sober?
That's the real question. How are you gonna sue him? That's the real.
That's what I was gonna say.
We're using his voice.
Yeah, then copyright.
No.
Well,
first of all,
this last video they did without my permission, so I can definitely do it.
Yeah, he definitely does not need your permission for anything.
He does.
Sober.
He literally does. That's why.
All right, but back to the point. Where's the apology at? Because that's what we're all waiting.
Yeah, you do owe us an apology.
What am I apologizing for?
Nigga, you know what you apologizing for.
Did Noah Lyles went out there and accidentally won? This motherfucker didn't mean to win.
Hey, gold is
gold.
gold.
He accidentally won. So because
gold is gold.
When you imply that, you're basically saying that he was not meant to win.
How you get an accidental gold? Nigga, it's either a gold or a silver or a bronze. Ain't no accidental gold.
Right, all I know is it's 2 real ninjas.
Opinion by saying,
all I know is 2 real ninjas standing on the podium and none of them standing on the top, and I'm just saluting them.
And Noah's been standing on your head. So you need to fight.
Look, at the end of the day.
Hey, hold on. Somebody just added. Hold up. Hey, Aaron, hold up. Duke track athlete, what's up?
Hey, good afternoon.
What's up? Hold on. Are you a member of my channel?
Oh, no, sir.
Are you a member of Noah's Aaron's channel?
No, sir.
What's going on? You do know we're required to come in and talk to us. You must be a member. Or you must send a super chat. Have you sent a super chat in?
No, I haven't sent one.
Why haven't you sent a super chat?
Get this nigga off of here now.
We need someone to hop in.
Get this nigga off.
But no.
Hello?
Look.
Hold up, Aaron.
Hop in.
Huh?
We need someone to hop in.
Yeah, to join to talk to Aaron and I. Yes, just send at least a $2 super chat at the minimum.
All right, I got you.
Send it on the thing, and I'm add you, and then come back in.
Yeah. Where is the apology? And yo, Mr. Underk, I'm waiting for that apology for Gabby. I'm gonna be waiting because I already know she about to slide in this 200.
Listen, who she got to go against though, Sober? Sober, who she got to go against?
What does that mean? Who she got to go against? It's either
come on, man, don't. Sober.
Just because Sharika not here does not mean that it's going to be an easy win for her. She's still going to put out, and she's going to. But I think she can win though, for real.
Listen to what I'm saying. Sober. Understand this. Don't get rid of Mboba, who ran Gabby down. Don't let Shelly Ann fall. Don't let Elaine fall off. Don't let everybody literally fall off, get hurt, or get old, or eliminate them. Then say, "Oh, she a hell of a chick because she come and win the gold." Who stands in front of her? That's not nothing to be proud of.
What you mean winning the gold? First of all, it's not guaranteed. Like we all thought Sha'Carri was going to win.
I didn't think Sha'Carri was going to win. Did you watch my other video?
Sha'Carri winning.
I didn't have Sha'Carri winning.
Maybe not y'all, but the majority of people. They don't
know. They don't know nappy heads. Listen, Sober.
In your predictions video, didn't you say since what's it called? Sharika ain't running. That is probably going to be like a very, very easy race for her. Didn't you say that?
You did say that.
It was an easy race, but I still had her getting second. I said if they put her in the middle of the track, she's not winning the race.
No, but you said it should be an easy win for her, though.
It should have been. She's the most talented person there.
But didn't you imply that you thought that she was going to win, though?
No, I said out my mouth she's not going to win if she's in the middle of the track.
Hey, somebody fact check that.
Right, roll the tapes back.
No, listen. I'm gonna tell you, sober. Me and Aaron have talked about this extensively. We've consistently said that being in lane 9 is a thing that gave her the advantage last year, that even let her win. I've said it repeatedly. I say if she's in the middle of that track and she's next to a Shelly Ann or the world indoor champion in the 60, when old girl jump over, it's gonna shock her and make her body freeze. And I told everybody that, sober. Remember, did you talk to us last time when you was telling us how you don't have baby wipes in your purse and you don't wipe correctly? I said the same thing back then too. You remember?
Wow, that's so funny. Ha ha he he.
Say what? No, we did have that conversation before. Remember?
We need to talk about that. Where's the apology? Let's just move.
Listen to what I'm saying. Sober. Let me ask you something.
What is it about the apology? Is it about Noah stomping on your heads and really showing?
How did no? Listen. Listen. My big win was Sha'Carri losing. Aaron is the primary Noah hater. I am a Sha'Carri hater.
Noah too, talking about his nails and his hair, everything that really don't matter.
Yeah, that's actually. Did you see what my assistant said about that?
Yeah, I saw her. She was right. Once again, a woman trying to tell a man something and she's just not listening.
Yeah, I know. She walked into my office and said, "Look, we got to talk about this right now." And I didn't listen to her. So when she comes in this week, I'm about to talk to her.
Right? I'm about to talk. Actually, you know what you said? This is what you said. You was like, you know why I hired you? Because you're hot. All right, and I don't really want to hear your mouth. That's what you said, and you lost money behind that. You really need to shut your old ass up and really know. I said that. And yes, you did. It's very embarrassing. But what's beyond that? Because I'm waiting for Gabby. For you, Gabby is going to be my all for you. I want you to apologize to Gabby.
Bro, Aaron, Gabby's not racing nobody.
Aaron, where's your apology?
Why would I apologize to Gabby when she dates somebody?
That don't matter.
But why would I apologize to Gabby when she still dates somebody who was born and raised in the cave?
She don't date a black woman, so I'm trying to understand what your point is.
Trayvon is with a black woman. Trayvon is with a black woman.
Trayvon Bromell?
Yeah, he with a red bone.
Yeah,
I think
she mixed.
That's still considered black. As long as you got African genetics, Latin women, you can still be black and Latina.
Where is the apology at? Because we need to do something.
Yeah, we are stalling on this apology. I need to hear a Lo Siento. Right,
say something.
What are we apologizing for?
You know what the fuck we apologizing for?
Actually, but when I came on the last live, I said that Noah was going to do something big at the Olympics. I remember saying that. And once again, I was right, and I won money from it. So I need something more.
And Aaron, you called me a clown ass. You called me a clown.
How about this, sober?
Olympics and beat somebody who been running track for 2 years. Congratulations.
No. I did my video because Shane Thompson been running track since 2014.
They gave that man a free win.
Bro, you've been munching
No.
These videos
and not even that, you acting like he just went out there and put up a hell of a time.
And you made it seem like Kishane was all that, and he's not.
People have been
comparing him to Bolt, and he's none of the such.
Spaghetti bowl looking ass.
I tried to Kishane it, bro. Kishane was 22 years old and went out there and ran 970 at the Olympics. What do you mean he
still got rolled.
And he still got his back blown. He still got his back blown.
Rolled by 5,000 of a second. He got rolled. Yes.
Rolled.
Oh my God.
He still got his back blown.
You thought, and then on top of that, you thought Seville was going to do something big. You thought Seville was going to do something big.
Turn your camera on.
Turn your mouth.
Yeah, listen. If you apologize, listen. How about this? You turn your camera on, sober. We both will apologize. Turn your camera on and talk to it like a woman. We both apologize.
They still got to apologize.
You know what? If Gabby loses, I'll turn my camera.
Exactly. You scared to show your face.
All right, see, so
no, because what I gotta do that for? Y'all don't want me to show y'all face and apologize. Y'all don't want to be talking shit for months. So y'all need to be the ones to show y'all face and be like.
So we gotta apologize for a prediction.
Yes, King Noah deserves an apologize. He's the super
King Noah. You don't like no King. Hey, Aaron, Nelson D.
Sober. I was with you. I ain't gonna say King Noah.
No.
Aaron, Nelson D just sent you $4.99. Make sure you thank him.
Period. I've been doing that. Y'all are haters.
Nelson D, man. Fred is tough. What happened?
Sober. Do you watch my channel?
No.
Actually, no. I actually think I watched a couple of videos.
Man, you're boring. Hey, man, nobody watch your boring content, dude.
You know, I never hated on Noah Lyles. I had that man winning for months. I've been going on Jamaican people's live streams with 50K to 100K subscribers, having to defend myself. And now I finally got the grace I wanted. Now I can finally sleep. But I just need Noah Lyles to apologize to me too.
Oh, no, that dude, you know who Halftime TV is?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I be on his live stream.
They blocked me. They blocked me.
Oh, for real? And TT,
Yeah.
I was talking to TT Track Time too. I was talking to her punk ass, and I got her too. So she got to apologize to me too. I just thought about that.
They all suck. All these channels, all they have in common is they all hate on Noah, and I don't even know why. Noah has been backing himself up for 2 years now, and I don't even know why people keep talking. Stop speaking on his name.
Exactly. They put me in timeout. They gave me a red
got
card.
King in front of it. You should be. That's how you should address him, Aaron. King Noah. Go ahead, say it.
I actually got a video coming out.
I can't address. I've never seen a king put nail polish on his fingers and
You just did. You saw him just now. He won 100. You just saw the king do that. So what are you talking about?
That was a transgender.
Oh yeah.
So, bro, I got a question for you.
100K.
Yeah.
Can you? By the way, speaking of that, she just one of your friends, Kenna. I forgot to tell you all, Sharika Jackson blocked me on Instagram. That's how much of a hater they are.
You told me already. We talked this morning.
Yeah, I ain't tell Sober and Aaron. She blocked my dumb ass yesterday.
Two-time Olympic.
But they don't like. Listen, a lot of people won't block you. They don't like the police, man. They know you trying to put cases on ninjas.
I'm waiting for Kashani to cry. Where are the tears at? Because he really thought he won that 100.
Hell no, he ain't gonna cry. That man just made.
He's embarrassing though.
A silver is embarrassing in Jamaica.
He should be ashamed.
So he at 22 years old, he showed up to his first Olympics. His second year running pro. He showed up to the Olympics, gets a silver medal in the Olympics with a 9.7.
Bro, 22 years old, you should be out of college.
No, 30 fucking years old. Been running 100 since 2016.
And he got rolled again by Noah.
2016. Oh congratulations. You 30 years old whooping these kids.
Oh my gosh, bro. First of all,
the reason why people are hating on him is because you made it seem like you was going to show up and run 9.6 or a low 9.7, and you did none of the stuff. You didn't do any of that. He didn't really stand on no type of business. He took his ass out from Jamaica.
I didn't have. What are you talking about? I didn't have him winning.
Who did you have winning?
Fred.
And he got his ass rolled, and I like Fred too. But...
Oh my God! Now he was rolled.
Yeah, rolled right.
You was probably along that same group saying Fred wasn't gonna even make the finals.
Nope, I never hated. Nope, incorrect. I never hated on Fred a day in my life.
Bro, that's not hating.
I never talked about Fred either. I ain't gonna lie. I never had input for Fred. So
the cornballs will hate on Fred and Noah. Yeah. Period.
These are my predictions. Fred, Keyshawn for second, and Noah for third.
See, but
that was a very.
You twisted
I don't know.
Though.
That prediction was whack to me. Like I'm just like, how are you not going to take into consideration Noah? Like
your prediction.
We trying to figure out why you don't never show your face. What you scared to show?
No, what I'm waiting for is an apology. Where is it?
Man, I'm not finna sit here keep arguing with no screen.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to. I'll be gone. Where's the apology at? That's what we're waiting for.
Sober. I got a question for you.
22 years old is more than not even 9. He ran 2 9.7s at 22.
I should have bet on this.
All right, and that didn't win anything. He still got a second place, and he's gonna be crying when he gets home.
Noah rolled ass at 26 years old, showed up to the Olympics.
He's gonna get a triple gold. Noah's getting triple gold.
He was the best person in the world. He was already a world champion.
And he's gonna get rolled in the 4x1 too. Not only did he lose the 100, but he's gonna get rolled in the 4x1 too. That whole team, Oblique is rolled as fuck. Shane, the disappointment.
Oh my
Jamaica
God,
need to take their road ass.
Akeem Blake trash. Akeem Blake, he trash.
Jamaica embarrassed themselves at this year's Olympics for track and field. They're all embarrassing. Tia Clayton wasn't standing on nothing. Oblique is rolled as fuck. Keyshawn embarrassed himself. Keyshawn came in making it seem like he was gonna do something, but ain't do nothing. He's rolled as shit. Jamaica was embarrassing.
Tia Clayton, you looking at Tia.
Hold on. I got somebody want to say something. Ree, you gonna turn your mic on, turn your camera on, turn your mic on, Ree. You got to tell us what you got to say. I know I've been hating on Noah.
I'm finna text Oblique right now.
Text his sorry ass.
Hey, Reed, you coming in?
Oblique get on the podium anyways, so.
I never had him go on the podium. This is fourth time. This is fourth time getting rolled.
I had Marcel Jacobs getting fourth.
Oh, hell. You know why I'm here. I'm just listening. Well, Reed, get your... Never mind.
And you talk about Noah winning on a fluke. You should really talk about Marcel. That was a real big fluke. He ain't never been the same since.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, so I ain't gonna lie. In Italy, he's a god over there. Him getting fifth is enough for them.
I know, because they're unathletic and all they do is eat pasta and tomato sauce. Well, of course, they're not gonna be athletic.
But Italy finna win a 4x1.
No, they're not. America's definitely gonna win.
Yeah, we winning, bro.
So what if America dropped the stick in the prelims?
Then they're gonna be sorry, and they're gonna be rolled for that. Sorry, more so sorry than rolled though.
But why would we lose that though? Why would we lose?
I mean, they ain't won it in 20 years.
We do it a lot. What you mean? Why would we do it?
Yeah,
they do it all the time.
But Andre the Grass is old. He's 30 years old. We saw it happen to him. You think we're scared of Canada this time?
And Andre's getting rolled in the 200. I already see it coming now. Andre's getting rolled in the 200.
Fred old too. I ain't gonna lie. Fred is old too. That man 30 years old too. But the point is, we win in the Noah's getting the gold in the 200 and the 4x1.
Noah's in the 20s. I don't know.
But Noah got 3 world titles though. You got 3 world titles from one world, and he 3-time world champion in the event.
Right,
he's got an Olympic gold in the 100.
Accolades. Yeah, that's what.
And he finna get the 200, and he finna get the 4x1.
You gotta, at some point, y'all gonna realize all that shit y'all talking about doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, if Noah's running fast or if Noah's running slow, I'm getting paid from it. So
yeah, you should be thanking.
Like, I'm not apologizing to nobody for nothing.
Exactly. Actually, say thank you. You should be thanking him for making you money right now. Because now,
because if he would have went out there and got rolled like I was expecting, I'd have made way more money.
No,
hey, 100K.
You're gonna make way more money off him winning, because everyone.
Hey, 100K.
Hell no, the whole world.
What's up?
Celebrating.
Can you share your screen?
Yeah, I can. Why? What's up?
Can you go to my video title for my last video I just released? Can you just show them? You don't gotta play it.
All your videos got 5 views. You ain't got no views.
That's cap. Can you just go to the title?
Yeah, I do. Hold up.
Yeah, just go. I just want you to show Aaron. Aaron.
Okay, but your prediction was still wrong, and they were ass.
Okay, it's a prediction. Nobody Olympic predictions be right. So I'm not going to apologize for no damn prediction. You act like predictions be guaranteed or something.
My prediction was right.
Oh my God. Who was on your prediction?
I only had the top one. I don't really focus on any other.
Oh my God, you dick riding.
No, you know. How you gonna say I'm dick riding? You've been dick riding off Keyshawn for the longest. You've been dick riding for 2 weeks. You've been sitting up and down on it. That's what you've been doing off Keyshawn, for real. Because the fact that you didn't really consider Noah,
Aaron, you took it off.
After they finish talking, I'm gonna put it on.
All right. I want to show Aaron.
No, you said you had him getting third.
No, Keyshawn.
No, you said you had Noah getting third in the 100.
Yeah, I did, but
that shit was ass.
Second. So you saying I'm doing all this meat ride with Keyshawn? I had him getting second place. Like, how?
No, you also made other comments. Oh, well. You see those.
Hey guys, hold on, guys. I'll make sure y'all hold up.
Even mean nothing. His first success didn't even mean anything.
I'm too arguing with this black screen.
Bro, where's the thank you at? You need to be thanking him for making you.
Hey, Sober, are you going to hit the thank you button on my live to make sure, or hit the super chat?
You know what, Mr. K, if Gabby loses, I'm gonna become a member of your channel.
Okay. Well, you should still, because I let you in. You guys are supposed to need to support. Hit the thank you button. Hit the super chat button. Support the channel. Make sure you guys do that.
You know what? Fuck that. I'm making my own channel. We celebrating over there.
You don't get no followers.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna show your face.
You don't get no followers for that shit.
You don't want to show your face.
If Gabby loses this, I'm coming up on this channel. No cameras on, but she's gonna win. So I already know, and I'm gonna make money off it.
Well, why you so scared to show your face? Is it because you told us that you don't get your hair done that often, and you don't use baby wipes, and you don't know you get it from the toilet and you barely wipe?
What do I gain from that?
Huh?
What do I gain?
Well, I mean, it gives us a better assessment of who we talking to.
Exactly, for y'all. I'm giving something to y'all. I don't get nothing out of it, so I'm not doing it.
Are you pretty?
What do I gain from answering that?
Are you prettier than my wife?
Nothing. I don't gain nothing. We just want to see Aaron.
Are you prettier than my wife?
Mr. 100K.
Are you prettier than my wife?
Are you gonna stop hating on Gabby?
If you prettier than my wife, I will.
Ooh, that sounds like a good deal.
Are you prettier than my wife?
Is Gabby gonna win the 200? Yes or no? Are you gonna make a victory video for her?
She should. If she should.
I want a compilation video of Gabby when she wins.
Okay, but let me ask you this, Hey, let me ask you this, Sober. This is on the real side, though, right?
My title too.
Hey, let me ask you this. And I want to know this. Why would you support Gabby knowing that she with somebody who is historically, even nowadays, They're from they lived in caves. They're known as colonizers. All the stuff that they've done in history, and you willing to support a woman who go that way. That's what you support.
No, I said I support Gabby. Her husband.
No, but still, you gotta. It's a package. You can't pick and choose. That's like a person can't say, "Hey, man, I support R. Kelly," but to forget about actually who he is and what he represents and what he's done with his life.
Someone can say, "I like R. Kelly's music, but I hate the individuals." You can definitely.
No, I said, but you say you
what they say, but you can say that.
Okay, so look, what? Listen, do you support Gabby outside of her track and field activities?
I support her sponsorships, and so by that question, yeah, sure.
So you support her lifestyle?
I support what she supports outside of her running career, yes.
What does she support outside of her running career that you feel like you can identify with?
I definitely like her New Balance sponsorships. I definitely
so like the money. Okay, other than the superficial stuff, the money.
I don't know her boyfriend. Okay,
but you have to know. I'm just talking about who she is.
Man, get this Kamala Harris up out of here.
Hold up. I think we lost her. Hold up. Sober.
Cuz said Kamala Harris.
Sober. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, what's in his ass? What is black enough?
What the heck?
Zena just asked what is black enough. Kenna just asked what is black enough though. So I define black enough as this, right? And I don't consider Gabby to be black enough. And these are the criteria. Okay, so I can't support her. Sober ain't got no answer. She don't want to know who she really is. She's scared. She came on here last time. She said she don't use baby wipes in her purse. That means she get up off the toilet and she don't wipe correct. That means she got dingleberries. That's what they said. So I'm just letting y'all know that. Letting y'all know who y'all dealing with.
Well, like I said, this is how you define it, and you can do that. That's perfectly fine. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Somebody in the comments asked if she black.
That's just how you define it. I don't care.
So what I'm saying, how you gonna support a woman who do that way, who go that way?
What you mean? Because I don't think that's a bad thing. You do, not me.
So you don't think it's bad? You don't think it's bad enough to not ride with your people who have put your ancestors who put their lives on the line just to get equality in this country, and you go date?
I ride with Gabby. So what did you talk about?
Say what?
Man, fuck Gabby.
Get
this Kamala Harris up out of here.
When you say that, what are you talking about?
I'm asking. What you mean? What am I talking about? I'm saying that her as a woman, a black woman, a supposed to be black woman in the United States, who try to use her black card to act like she's a hell of a chick. You know, her contemporaries don't rock with her for real. TT Terry, who's an accomplished young black woman, don't rock with her. She says she's a Karen. So what about Gabby? What about Gabby? You feel like it's so amazing? It's something that's amazing to even associate with.
I think that getting a degree in Harvard and pursuing a career in
Harvard is not listen, Harvard is something that still is not accessible to people who come from the mud. Like if you come from the mud, that's about elitism.
I don't prioritize or care about coming out the mud. Like I said, that's what
I don't either. But what I'm saying is that Harvard is a lot of time it comes from the privilege. That's not black people as a whole. Those are the privilege.
I'm arguing about how tough it was and why I respect her so much is because she was in an Ivy League school where it was academically demanding, and she was able to persevere through that and still become a well-decorated athlete.
Hey, Sober, I ain't gonna lie. Sober, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting my degree in cybersecurity. She got her degree in like some English. That I don't know.
Hell no. Gabby got.
No, she got in like healthcare management or something. She got it. She didn't get in. Hold on, somebody just jumped in.
I wouldn't call that physically demanding as far as the hardness of it.
Well, I'm not talking about the course. I'm talking about in combination. Being an athlete, a student athlete at that is very difficult.
We done all did that.
Yeah.
No, hey, hold up for a second.
I have not done that.
Sober. Hold up for a second. Somebody named Ian just came in. Ian, are you a member of my channel or Aaron's channel?
Oh no, I'm not a member yet.
Have you sent the super chat in to support the channels or anything?
How I do that?
Just you see on the chat button where it says that on my thing on YouTube, on the YouTube thing where it's a money sign right there next to the chat thing where you say chat publicly, and you hit the money sign and you can send a super chat in $5 minimum super chat.
All right, got you. Understand.
Just do it now. You trying to come in and talk or what?
All I wanted to say was no. Aaron mad Noah won. I told him nigga countless.
Man, kick that man. You got to come. You got to pay. How do you join? Double R, you want to join?
He came over there
hit the super chat button, guys.
Talking shit.
Yeah, he trying to jump that in. Hit the super chat button. Y'all want
to? I just wanted to say, looking at nigga.
Yeah, y'all want to join?
He's really getting lots of attention for being a hater, so he should be thanking Noah right now.
Yeah,
Bro,
Aaron, your views is finna go up.
If y'all want to jump in, hit the join button right here. That's the join link.
I can't lose. You gotta think. Noah win or if Noah loses, they
hit the join button.
Watch me.
No, I think you really took it L with this one, but
become members. Hold up, Aaron, hold up.
Get 1 billion views on TikTok today.
no,
Hit the join button.
Okay, if you get 1 million likes on TikTok and making views, but everyone considering your opinions invalid and thinking you're a hater is a good thing.
Their opinion don't pay my bills.
I mean, they kind of do. When you drop people's opinions, people looking at your content, people watching your content is paying your bills. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, hold up. Hey, Sober, hold up. Let me ask us everything track. So I'm on your page. What did you want me to show Noah? What you want me to show Aaron?
That second to last video.
Which one? This one right here?
Yeah, that one. The title.
You did this after the race though. So what about before that?
No, that was pre-made. That video was pre-made.
Man, I don't want it was posted after though.
I know. I specifically put it at 30.
Man, I'm not listening. I'm not promoting your stuff when you sit here and did a video that you're supposed to post it before and then let it be shown. Like old girl, when I posted old girl talking to me before coming to me about Noah before, and then don't do no stuff and then post it afterwards.
Okay, well the third one then. The third one then. That's the case.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Well, why take the bass out your voice?
They said a lot of people jealous of men. You're sober jealous.
So no.
Yeah, sober had no. Remember, she never had her dad for real, so it was nothing.
And by the way, this video is talking about Stephen Francis and Glenn Mills on how good they do. So it's not that
boring cop talk.
France 41.
Boring.
Is that why you? I want to get on Kashane Thompson.
You on?
Nobody cared about Kashane Thompson. Not doing that.
No.
Yeah, man, stuff too boring. I can't even watch it.
No, legal win.
Your content too boring. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I can't.
What?
Man, it just sound like a police.
I tell you, your content too boring.
Kashana, he had his 5 seconds of fame right now, and now
he's the police.
He's a background character.
I'm not gonna lie. I made Kashane Thompson famous. When I released that video, Kashane Thompson, I did though.
Honey, how many views the video got?
Which video?
I got over 15K views,
bro.
Which video?
The one
type in, go to my videos.
That video has 350. Oh, that one right there.
No, not that one.
352 views.
I just released that one today.
Goodness. How you make a motherfucker famous with 300 views?
That's today.
But no, the real question is how you gave him clout when he lost. He literally lost. So you gave him clout and he still lost. So
hey, man, look, man, look. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm clear on this. Your last video got 139 views. It's in prime time right now. Been on for an hour. 458, 359, 63 views on Sharika Jackson block. It was 6 hours ago, so you get 10 views an hour on that one on Sharika Jackson. 10 views. So that your mama, your grandmama, and your baby mama have watched it. Sharika Jackson withdrawals, 277 views. Yeah, man, nobody don't watch this garbage you posted, man.
Unless you just skipped all the other videos. They got 4K.
Let me tell you why, because you got to attach yourself to a big name to get those, man. You can't sit down there and talk yourself and just be a hell of a dude and people listen to you, man. Because everybody here listen to your radio, your walkie-talkie in the background, talking about putting niggas in jail. So they don't want to hear you.
You kind of sound biased, though, because you use the most clickbaity titles ever to promote your videos.
Who, me?
The same thing. Yes,
you do. Me? Yes, what are you talking about? I don't use no clickbait titles.
Like,
clickbait? Hold on. I'm gonna go to my channel right now. What's clickbait?
All right, go to the videos.
What's clickbait? The 4x400 mixed relay, the sprinter's graveyard. That's not a clickbait,
bro. That's clickbait.
Huh? How?
The sprinter.
Everybody know the 4x4 mixed relay is the sprinter's graveyard,
bro. I'm gonna put it like this.
Caitlin Brown, she got her black card revoked. That's not clickbait. Everybody know. She got a roll on,
bro.
How?
You make titles that you create titles that make people want to click.
So let me ask you this though, right? Let's look at the substance. Let's look at the substance of the video. Do you think that that Caitlin Brown getting rolled on by a person from the Caucasus Mountains from the Netherlands? Do you don't think that's considered to be something that's real and that's something to get her?
Bound to happen. She's not.
No.
Femke was gonna roll her regardless. You just have to accept that.
Bro, she had a 20-meter lead.
Yes, and they got the same PB.
But Femke's on a whole other level in comparison.
They have the same PR.
I don't know about that right now.
They have the same PO. You don't know what you're talking about.
No, I mean
Listen.
like if MK was around the floor.
Listen, have you ever seen the movie Dr. Drew? Remember this scene from Dr. Drew? Sober. Remember this from Dr. Drew. Look at this. Look at that. You see that? You cannot let that happen to you in sports. He could not live that down. Look at that again. This is a scene from the movie Dr. Drew. You do not let a person from the mountains do that to you. Look at him. He woke up, had a dream about it. Look at this. He still having a dream when he was an old man. Look at this. Look at him. He woke up from having a nightmare. You do not let somebody do that to you. That's why she got her car revoked. She shouldn't get her car revoked for that.
Do Sean get his car revoked for letting Louis beat him?
Say what?
Do Sean get his card revoked? He get his African card revoked for letting Louis beat him? If that's the case.
Who? For letting Lyles beat him? Now he don't get his African card revoked. They're all Africans.
I said, do Sean the African, does he get his card revoked for letting Louis beat him?
What African? Who you talking about?
I'm talking about the guy from college.
No, man. The guy that left from the UK, they woman.
Yeah, Louis and Duchamp.
No, man, that dude, because Louis been out the drug protocol. Anything that happened in NCAA, they ain't really getting tested for real.
So you basically pick and choose. So that's.
No, we talking about as a professional. We're talking about all things equal. We got everybody under USADA, AIU drug testing. What I'm saying is this: you do not get rolled on.
So what is you talking about?
Say what?
Lane got beat by Daphne Skipper.
Come on, man. Daphne Skipper, all that acne, winning at the World Championships. Come on, man. We know that girl what she was on, man. We know that.
If you don't know what nobody on.
I do. You think so? You gonna get
all we know, everybody on stuff.
I do.
Okay, Eric, you might know some, but you don't know all. So like that's.
No, I do though.
You don't know all. You know some.
I do though.
You know some.
No, trust me.
Okay, so you know all then.
Yes, literally.
Why don't you make a video about it then?
I made videos about it.
No,
and
we'll be
certain
specific.
stuff I'm not gonna say online. Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't even know what you're saying is
sober. Let me say this right here, sober. You got to remember this. Some of us don't want to put people's business out there when you got inside information and snitch on dudes. Remember, you never had a black father. Your father wasn't in your life, so you don't understand rules and principles of not snitching on people who are close to you and you have a relationship with. If you go snitch on somebody on the other side of town. You don't tell on people that you and your contemporaries and people you're working with and you around and you still talk to and cool with.
But that's what you think. I don't believe that.
Your father wasn't in the household with you though, so I know your type. He wasn't in the household with you. So you weak. That's why Julian Alfred.
To you.
Listen. Let me tell you, sober. We talked about this last time you was on here. Sober. Julian Alfred, when she won, did you hear the thing she said about her dad dying in 2013?
No, I didn't hear that.
Okay, I'm gonna play it for you right now. This is what Julian Alfred said about her dad dying in 2013. Now, mind you, now listen to what I'm saying. Don't interrupt me. This is what Julian Alfred said after she won. Watch this and listen to this.
I'm thinking of God. My dad who didn't get to see me, he passed away in 2013, and Daddy, this is for you.
Okay, that's what Julian Alfred said, whose father motivated her, whose father inspired her. The first in her best moment, her dad been gone 11 years, and that's who the first person to come up in her head. Okay, that's the first person to come in her head. But guess what? When we talk about your homegirl, who don't never talk about her father, Sha'Carri Richardson. She never talks about her father. Only thing she talk about is Big Mama. Her mama been dead since the 2021, around the 2021 Olympic trials. How many times have you heard Sha'Carri Richardson turn around and say, I do this for my mama who died just a few years ago? Not one time. But guess what? She was smoking weed because of her mother dying. Right? Sound like a feel good story, right? Let me take you to this. Let me help you understand where I'm going with this.
Right. I'm trying to figure out the point.
Say what now?
I'm trying to figure out the point.
The point is this. The point is when you didn't have a man in the household. You did not grow up living in a household with a man, a black father. So based on that, your brain is fried. You're mentally weak. Sha'Carri Richardson grows up in a household with all women. So you guys are steps behind. When you don't grow up with black men in your household, this is who you're motivating is a big mama. Somebody, a old fat black woman who inspires you. You grow up around these type of people. A bunch of women, no black men.
Man,
what does that mean though? Wait, I'm trying to figure out. You still went. I'm trying to get your point because
my point is you need to go get your relationship right with your father and get off of social media. That's what it means. Call your black father up who needs to have a relationship with you so he can mold you right. Huh? It would change you as a woman.
I don't know.
It would be a woman.
Well, how about you do it first, and then maybe I'll try.
I do it. What do you think? I have my kids on my lap while I'm streaming half the time. My wife is on the picture behind me.
Call your daddy. And
my father died 30 years ago. I can't call my father.
Oh, well, how you know I can call mine?
You told me you can. We talked about this. Her aunt, listen, this is Sha'Carri Richards' aunt and grandmother. Where are the men that around her? That's why she lost. Julian Alford is motivated by a man. A man has inspired her. A man guided her in her greatest moment. She says, my father. Sha'Carri Richardson is motivated by emotional, probably no man in their life. They all old, miserable women. Where are the men around? Where are the men? There are no men. That's why she didn't win. You need a black father in your life. Go call your father and get off of social media. You come back and holler at me when you call your father to get a relationship with him. Goodbye. He's gone. Tired of these girls without a father coming on here trying to talk some mess. Man hating. Man, for real, these women, for real, man, these women ain't got no dads in their life and want to come on here and talking trash, man. They crazy.
Somebody in the chat said, where is Noah's father?
He don't. Noah Lyles' father is Kevin Lyles, but they divorced. He's still a mama's boy.
I was gonna say he do have his dad. He has his dad. He just don't be showing his dad.
Yeah. If you don't have, listen, I'm telling you right now, ladies, if you don't have, this is all for you ladies too, because some of y'all try to call me up, try to hit me up. If you don't have your father in your life, do not contact me. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be your associate. I don't want to go live with you. If you don't have your family, your father in your life or whatever, and he's alive or whatever, if you're raised by a single mom and your mama and you only got feminine energy around you, do not contact me. Do not hang around me. Do not try to make me feel sorry for you. And I do not want to support Sha'Carri Richardson. See, parental. Let me tell you what. Let me explain to you, Jay, what parental matters. When you have a father in your life as an athlete, guess what? You compete differently. You may not necessarily be champion, but you can compete like a champion. Dennis Mitchell, Carl Lewis, Usain Bolt, Donovan Bailey. These guys all had their fathers in their life, and they competed like champions. And 3 of those guys were champions multiple times. Okay. I skipped up Noah being mama's boy, but Noah still has his father in his life though. So if you're a female, you don't have your father in your life. If your father does not motivate you as a woman, if you can't look and say, my dad inspired me, like Julian Alford did at your greatest moment, do not try to hit me up. I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to hang with you. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Mark, what's up?
What's up, man? What's
your resume?
So, first of all, brother, I'm 54 years old.
Hold on. Are you a member of my channel?
No, I just was looking. I saw your caption about Noah Lyles, and then I saw you talk about Sha'Carri, and I'm a former track coach, and I tend to agree with you about the male influence, and I think her issue is she does not have and never have had a good mental approach to high competition. And the problem is, brother, is I think I knew something was wrong in the quarterfinals. I've been watching track and field for 40 years. I've coached kids from 5 years old all the way up to college. And I know performance. And I knew something was up. It's not her start, it's her mental approach. And I just think that at the end of the day, it's something going on where she's lacking something. And I think you're right. I think there's no strong male influence to tell her no, to give her guidance. Dennis Mitchell is not the guy to coach her. I thought maybe she could go to Bob Kersey, who to me is the best in the history of track and field coaching at that level.
Wow. Who is Bob Kersey coach on the professional levels of female sprinters though?
Okay, look what he did with the young lady in the hurdles.
No, we're talking about sprinting though. Sprinting.
No, it doesn't matter.
It does matter. He just because he's a good hurdle coach, he doesn't coach great sprinters.
Let's slow down. Let me tell you, he coached Gail Devers. He's coached a lot of sprinters. And my point is, it's about the mental approach to this high level of world competition. If you look at the American sprint history since 2000, first of all, we haven't won a 100-meter sprint since 1996, when Glenn Torrance was the last one who won that. And the problem we had
it was Gail Devers. It was Gail Devers.
Gail Devers, I meant to say Gail Devers. And who coached her? It was Coach Kersey. And my point to you, brother, is a lot of these young sprinters are not mentally prepared when they come to the world stage. Look what happened in the mixed 4x4. How you gonna break the world record by a second the day before, and then you lose in the anchor leg to the girl from the Netherlands.
But I did the video on that already. I talked about that already. I revoked her black card. This is the picture of it right here. I did a video on it based on her getting rolled on by a girl from the Netherlands. Her black card got revoked. Go check the video out.
Right. So my point is that we, and I know Carl Lewis personally, and I've had conversations with Carl. And one of the things he's
not a good representative though. He's too bad. He's too big trying to wave that rainbow flag and stuff. What's the point?
I'm not getting to it. I'm not getting into the sexuality thing, brother. I'm looking at the history of performance. And if you good, bad, and I'm not getting into his personal sexual life. I'm looking at what he did historically on the track.
But you can't really use that because listen, let me say, what's your name, Mark? Okay, your name, Mark. Mark, you can't use Carl Lewis as a point of reference for multiple reasons. Number one, in the early 1980s, when Carl Lewis, remember, he would have made the Olympic team in 1980 had we not did the boycott, right? Right. He would have made it at least on the relay or whatever, and maybe the long jump. But you can't compare what was going on in the 1980s and the mentality and what black people was going through, particularly in his area in Wilmington, New Jersey, or whatever, Williamsburg, or whatever, New Jersey, compared to what the resources and black kids have today. So but listen to what I'm telling you. You can't compare it the same way. It's about with no drug testing back then too. Let's not forget.
You understood, but it's about mental preparation. And look at what's going on with the Chinese. The Chinese have are starting to outclass us in other sports.
What sports though?
What sport? It's about mental. Right, look, I'm trying to explain to you, brother, the mental approach to track.
Plus more medals than China. How are they coming close to us?
No, but you look at some of the gold medals that we're winning that we usually win, like in swimming. It was.
But that's not black people though. We can't compare that. Listen, you can't use that. That's not a good example, Mark.
Let's stick to the track. Let's stick to the track. What I'm saying about the history of track and field, though, y'all, is we have not really performed well when we go to the world stage in the last 20 years. You can look at the data, and what I think's happened is that our young kids, so like I said, I coach at the 5-year-old to college level. Our kids today are not as strong and tough as we were when we were younger. I'm just telling you.
That means you're a failure as a coach. That means you're a failure as a coach then.
No, no, because I'm retired now. I'm retired.
I don't care.
But what I'm saying, hey brother, look, how old are you?
Man, hey bro, I'm probably half your age. But
okay, and sir, I've raised. Wait a minute. I have raised. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whoa. We don't want to get hype here. What I'm trying to tell you, I raised.
You're not even a member. You're not even a member. You're not even a member.
Whoa. I have a 19-year-old that's going to college to be a neurosurgeon. I have a 26-year-old in law school, and I have another 30-year-old who's about ready to get her master's degree and also a PhD, a double major as a psychiatrist. So don't tell me that I failed. I have put kids through school, came out.
Can y'all hear him? Hey, Mark, we can't hear you.
No, I'm glad we can't hear him. He talking about how we go from athletics to education.
Well, but everything, Trey, you got to remember, you're also a cop, dog, so you really can't really talk if you put people in jail. He put his kids through school. You put people in jail. Everything, Trey. Mark, can you hear me? I think he lost his connection.
He said flex in college, post your racks game.
Yeah. Hey, I was just saying everything track, man. I think everything track at work, so you gotta keep turning his mic off. Yeah, man, you put people in jail though, everything track. So I hear you saying what you're saying, but you gotta remember, man, he said he put his kids through school and through college, and your job, your sole obligation right now is to get a quota to see how many people you can lock up. So, I don't know if you have a leg to stand on in this everything track.
That's true. He might go lock his kids up.
I got multiple. I'm as old as his kid, so I mean, it is what it is. But
right. But he's saying that what he's done. But listen, he don't understand the shifting and how things changed. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about China and all that. China's not. It's not like they came in track and field and took over. They went and took over swimming and stuff that we don't even got. That we're not even really big in the beginning.
That's not even true. That's not even true. I'm watching swimming, and we've been winning in swimming. We're literally ahead of everybody by miles in swimming when it comes to medals.
But these are people from the mountains. These are people who lived in caves who are mostly dominating in swimming. These aren't our people who doing it. So it's not like I don't consider you to be a hell of a dude if if most of the best athletes in the world don't even participate in what you're doing. I can't consider the planets to be a hell of a pole vaulter when the best athletes, when the LeBron James and the Usain Bolts decide to do other stuff. We don't pay attention to the pole vault. So I understand what he's saying, but it's not like the best of us even participate. That's the only thing I'm saying.
I just want Mark to go band for band with
Mark, can you hear us?
I want Mark to go band for band on his YouTube.
Oh my God. But yeah, I didn't see China. I mean, some shit they'll probably beat us in like ping pong or something. But other than that, maybe
we won ping pong.
Maybe skateboarding or something. But I don't really see them doing too much. And I mean, they get a lot of maybe fencing or something like that. I don't know, but I don't really just see too much from China. I know in swimming though this year I did hear, because I didn't start watching the Olympics till a few days ago, but I did hear like the United States, like men didn't really win no individual medals in swimming. And
no,
it was like
no, that's cap. Bobby Fink just won and got the world record. He just beat Michael Phelps' world record and got the gold in the 1500 meter. And 1500 meters is swimming is crazy. On the women's side. Like, we beat everybody. I don't know what he was talking about. Like, we've been winning swimming. Like,
hey, hold on, I gotta respond to somebody. All in the game said they lost the mixed 4x4 because of Deadman on third, you idiot. All in the game, man. Why are you making comments like this all in the game? That man, listen, when she got the baton after third leg, she, regardless if he ran a slower leg today than he for the final than he did for the prelim, the bottom line still was all in the game. She got the baton ahead, and she was in the lead and got walked down by a chick that was in fourth. And they have the same PR. As a matter of fact, outdoor PR, Browns is faster. Bottom line, that's what the numbers are. So stop trying to make it seem like that Femke Bol is just an amazing athlete in the 400 flat. She is not. She runs some good relays. We're not saying that, but it depends on what type of leg you're going to run. Are you going to empty your lungs out? Are you going to empty your body out on that leg? Or are you going to be conservative and try to save some for when you get home? You can just sit on the couch and have the energy to sit on the couch with. Or are you going to make it that, hey, if I got to send my heart rate and my maximum oxygen intake to the max and down this track, I'm going to do that like Wade Van Niekerk did. See, y'all don't understand that. Femke Bol is ready to die on that track to get what she wants. That's the difference. The same way Wade, they had, listen, in 2015, they had to literally carry Wade Van Niekerk off the track and send him to the hospital after he won that world title. Then he came back and did the same thing in 2016. The only difference was he was in better shape, but he was able to do a victory lap. But that man wasn't able to do an interview or a victory lap in 2015 because he understood it's do or die. So stop with the nonsense like Femke Bol just did something that was impossible for everybody to do. A 49-1 chick should be able to run a split of 47 on the anchor.
Yes, definitely.
Especially when you're feeling that heat on you.
Allison Felix road ass ran faster, and she ran 49.2, 49.3.
Nah, we should have won that. There's no way we lost that.
Yeah, and people were saying, oh, Bryce Deadman, he didn't run as fast. That man still ran 44 seconds, and she got the lead, and she got the stick 20 meters ahead of Femke Bol.
That's all I'm saying.
That's what we get for not putting Quincy Hall in. That's exactly what we get.
Wilson.
Hold on. Let me say this. The PRL. You said you want to call in. You want to join? Are you a member of any of mine's or Aaron's thing? Send a super chat right next to the thing where you chat at the $. Send a super chat. Send a super chat in, guys. Y'all want to come in, support the channels. Y'all want to come in, send a super chat. That's all you gotta do. Just send a super chat. It's not that difficult. Send a super chat. Y'all can come in. Y'all want to come in? Okay, yes. You see it? Send a super chat.
Look, what's the chances? What's the chances that Femke beats Sid?
Hit the money sign. Send the super chat.
Femke will never beat Sid. That's never gonna happen.
It can happen, dog. Sid can easily hit a hurdle, dog, and get thrown off balance, and Femke could get it. Remember, she's it's not like she's 5 seconds. It's not like she's going against Anna Cockrell in the 400-meter hurdle. She's going against a girl who has she's the second best performer of all time, dog. Yeah, Sydney's not invisible. So stop with the nonsense.
Exactly.
And I'll hold the record for the 1600 meter at my high school. What does that guy do with anything?
Dude, come on, man. You went to a white high school, man. What are you talking about?
No, my school was mixed. It was mixed.
Man, stop, man. Y'all ain't have enough West of West African genetics or even East African.
No,
come on, man.
At the end of the day, the point stands. Like people said the same thing with Sha'Carri. Oh, there's no way Sha'Carri will lose. She could go out there and fall out the box, fall on the ground, make a Twitter post, get up and still win. I'm like, bro, you got to realize these people aren't invincible. You acting like they just light years ahead of these people they running against. Sydney not light years ahead of this girl.
Exactly.
So if Sid don't go out there and run a perfect race, Sid is in trouble.
Yes.
And that's just what it.
Here go Mark again.
Hey,
Mark, what's up, man? Did you send a super chat? Have you supported the channel? That's what we asking.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, sir.
So I heard the police officer. Yeah, I'm gonna support the channel. I love this discussion.
Hold on, Mark. Hold on. Before we get started, hold up, guys. We gotta talk one at a time. Hey, hold up. Everything track. Hold up. No, call him officer. Call him off. Listen, sports addict. Call him officer number one.
Yeah.
Hey, turn the volume off on your computer because I'm hearing the echo.
Hold up. Everything track. Hold up. No, call him officer.
Sports addict. You have another device on. Turn it up. I'm hearing my echo.
So
hold
officer.
Hold up. Before you talk to the officer, on your computer, on your other device. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You have another device on. Turn it up. I'm hearing my echo.
Turn the volume down on your other device.
Hold on. Before you talk to the officer,
you hear me?
On your other device. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
He jumped off.
Damn.
Wait, hold up. He said he want to talk to the officer. Hold on, I'm gonna let him talk to the officer. You know, this officer, he's still on here, but it says he ain't connected. He disconnected by accident. But I told him send a super chat.
Sydney hitting a low hurdle. I mean, bro, the hurdles are damn near the size of a wicket. But even then, her step pattern, she could go out this. I think the biggest thing that would probably kill Sydney, in my opinion, I think Femke can run with her, but I think Sydney will probably try to go out there and run 49, and she gonna blow up, and she gonna get third place type shit.
Yeah, he may not understand kind of how it works, but I told him people want to jump in and absorb all this good content and talk to us, but they don't want to support. They want to, you know what I'm saying, get away from their wives, come in here and talk to a ninja for 2-3 hours, but then don't want to, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, hey, he said he want to talk to the officer when he come back. So officer, hold up, Mark. Let me see. Mark, did you find it?
Yeah, I think so.
It's the money sign. Look at them on the YouTube link on where you chat at on YouTube. It's the money sign right next to where you chat at. You see the money sign button with a square inside of a rectangle. You click that. You do it on Minds or Aaron's. You do it to support our channels, and you do it so that we can continue giving good content.
He said, "Okay, you sound better, Mark."
Instantly clicked off. He's still on there. He gonna come back on. Yeah, he calling you officer. Everything track. What were you trying to say? You trying to say call you what? He said call everything track. Nah, nigga, we call you officer. Oh man, he tried to discredit him. Say he ain't coach nobody. Send super chat.
Wait, what was he talking about? Like, 'cause I had came in like mid conversation.
Huh?
What was he like talking about? Because like
he
when
was
he was talking about education and some emotion.
He was basically talking about we losing. We have the mentality is weak now with the generation, which I agree with him. But the thing is, I think that he can't compare Carl Lewis and what was going on when Carl Lewis was raised and born in the 60s and 70s. You know what I'm saying? Compared to now, literally almost 50 years later. You know what I'm saying? He said, let him check. Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, Mark is back. He said, let him check. Kenneth said, let him check. Oh. What's up, Mark?
What's up?
Did you find it?
I think so.
Did you send it?
Yes.
I don't see it.
You don't see it yet?
It would have popped up immediately.
Okay, hold on.
Are you on another device?
I'm on my cell phone.
You have a laptop with you there too?
I don't have a laptop. I just have my cell phone.
Okay, so do this. If you're on YouTube, are you on YouTube?
Yes, I'm on YouTube.
Okay, or not the StreamYard thing that you click, but on YouTube, I'm talking.
Yes, I'm on YouTube. Hold on.
And go to the chat of YouTube. He says, "Yeah, I'll pay for Mark to talk." Okay, well, somebody gonna pay for Mark to talk.
Okay, hold on.
You see, it's harder than it. Oh, okay, yeah. And he's an old guy too, trying to. They call him Kanye East. He sound like Kanye East.
This dude is a character.
How? He just said that. How is he a character?
He don't know how to pay. Like, come on, bro.
He an old man. How about this? How about y'all want to talk? How about everybody sending I don't care if you're on my channel or Aaron's channel. Send a two at least a $5 super chat, $2 to $5 or whatever you want. Super chat to support it. Then and cover. I'll let them in. We can't just let everybody come in and soaking up all this good.
Bro, Key Shane won that bitch.
Stop it.
No, that's Noah. That's Noah, man.
I was gonna say stop it.
That's Noah, man. Noah got it.
Look at the torso. Look at the
You got a torso, man. Hey, listen, hey, Aaron, you know good and well, Keyshawn Power in the middle of that race was a pull him. He wasn't supposed to be that close. He sent 199.
It's because like when he hopped out, like Fred hopped out in front of him, so they just stood up and started running.
For a guy that y'all said quote unquote jog a 977.
Yes,
he did.
Now look.
Yes, he was supposed to win it. His mid-race surge. Everything track is Steve Urkel. They said for Mark and everything track is Steve Urkel. Thank y'all. Thank you guys for supporting y'all. Joe, somebody sent you something, Aaron. Thank you guys.
What do you mean by that? For Mark and everything track.
They said everything track is Steve Urkel. Okay, Mark, what's up, man? You got the floor.
So first, I want to say thank you to this brother for his service as an officer.
Okay.
So, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, so I want to thank this brother for his service as an officer, because that's a lot when you lay your life on the line in the service of duty to the community. But what y'all not understanding is, and I hear the background and the talking. The thing is that, like I was explaining, the young people today they are not as mentally tough as we were in the early 80s and the 70s. There were a lot of things that we had to do, and as a parent, I'm telling you, I raised this age. It's hard for them to figure stuff out. They run to the internet. I'm just telling you, there's a lot of there's not enough proactivity. Like for example, when I was running track as a young kid, I would get up on my own and train because it was something in me to say I want to be better. But sometimes these kids, you have to remind them, like, you got to do this, you got to do that, and then you have this whole thing where.
Hey, Mark, hold on for 1 second. I'm sorry to bother you. I want to update the fans about something that just happened. Earlier, guys, I wrote Lance Brahman, and this is what I said to him. He just responded. I said, "Dear Lance, this is Noah Lyles' coach, y'all." So I had to send this to Lance. I said, "Dear Lance, I'm sorry for doubting Noah. You're an amazing white coach. This is your first gold medal on the men's Olympic side since Tyson Gate failed you completely and ended up snitching. We have known each other for over 20 years, almost 25 years, and I hope we can still be friends after this. I'm a believer in white coach. I am now a believer in white coaches. You are a good man from the Caucasus Mountains. I trust and believe in you now, and I have totally abandoned all black coaches, including John Smith. If you need me, I'm here. Love, Mario." And he just responded, "Thank you. And I better off with just being a good coach. Color really shouldn't matter on that one." So
right, and that's a good point.
I did get a response from him, guys.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting on my response. Hold up, I'm just waiting on my response from Julian Alfred, who I told earlier that I want to impregnate. I said, "Hello, Julian. I love you, and I will leave my wife and kids for you. I want to be a family immediately. If you're ready to settle down and get pregnant, let me know. You can call me anytime. Your fans love you, Julian. Mr. 100K a day." So I just want to let everybody know that I was able. I told you I support the community. I'm a big track and field fan, and I do things to make sure that I let people know how I really feel. So anyway, keep
nice.
going. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And brothers, I'm just telling you.
Hold on, one more thing, guys. Continue to send super chats. Thank you for supporting the channel, guys. Become members. If anybody wants to subscribe, I got some great content coming out, and Go, I used to date Allison Felix, and me and Tyson Gay used to be friends. I broke up with Allison Felix because she was fake, she was boring, and really she wasn't the type of girl I wanted to be with. I didn't like walking through the mall holding hands with her because she did not have to jump to put her jeans on. I really only want to date women who have to jump to put their jeans on. So it was in the early 2000s that I decided that I did not want to be with her anymore. That's why I don't deal with Allison Felix anymore, guys. If you not listen, if you're a woman, you do not have to jump to put your jeans on. I want nothing to do with you. If you do not have a black father, if your father didn't raise you, you didn't have a father in the household. If you talk about you hate your dad, I want nothing to do with you. I just want to clear that up. So go ahead, Mark. It's your thing.
Brother, you had a good point about dads being a part of this. Like I said, with my two daughters, I have a great relationship with them. And one of the things I try to explain to them when they were younger is there's a certain, like when their mom would say something to them, they would always kind of look to me because I was that male voice. I just demanded a certain level of performance and excellence in my house. And I guess that's where what I'm saying today, there's not a demand for excellence anymore, fellas. It's not. We have lost the basics of how to teach and train kids in a certain way of how they should compete at the highest levels of sport and education and all of these things. We've been accustomed to, now everybody gets a trophy. No, work for your shit. Work hard. And if you fail, let's figure out why you failed and let's try to do better. But like I said, when you have this demasculation of black maleness in society today, where, it's black men have kind of lost their voice to society in a way. Now we have to take that back. And
let me ask you something, Mark. Mark, how old are you?
All of that.
Mark, hold up, Mark. Let me ask you something. Can you hear me? How old are you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
5.
So let me ask you, who you voting for?
Who I'm voting for? I haven't decided yet.
Okay, listen. Are you a registered Republican or Democrat?
I'm an independent.
Okay, so last election, who did you vote for?
I voted for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Okay, so in 2016, who did you vote for?
I voted for Hillary Clinton.
Okay, so in the last 8 years, you've only voted for, I'm sure you voted for Obama in 2012, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you voted for Obama in 2008 also, right?
Yep.
Okay, so almost the last 20 years, you claim to be independent, you voted Democrat in the last 100% of the time in the last almost 20 years,
so
correct?
There's a reason.
Okay, I don't care about the reason. So what I'm saying is that, hold on, let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish.
I'm gonna tell you why I voted in the 2020 election for Kamala Harris and Joe Biden.
I don't care. Listen, I do not care. Listen to what I'm saying.
Because personally, I think that President Trump was responsible for hundreds of thousands of deaths of COVID. And
okay, that was okay. Listen, but you voted against them before COVID.
What?
You voted against him before COVID. COVID happened in 2020. You voted against. You didn't vote for him in 2016.
He has no morals.
Nobody ain't got no morals, man. Don't you cheat on your wife? Listen, Mark, do you cheat on your wife?
Do you have a daughter? Do you have a daughter?
I got kids.
Do you have a daughter?
I got 2 daughters.
Okay, I have 2 daughters. You have a wife, right?
Yeah.
So it's okay for former President Trump to say it's all right to grab women by their genitalia.
Yeah, that's her man. If that's her man, yeah, he a billionaire. He grab it. If my daughter, listen, let me respond. Let me re-answer. If my daughter came to me and said, "Dad, I'm hanging out with this guy and he's a billionaire and he grabbed me by the pee and I let him do it because I like him," guess what I'm gonna say? How much did he pay you? Did he force you?
You know what? This is what's wrong.
I'm just telling you. She gonna do it regardless, man. Listen, let me tell you something, mister. Let me tell you, Mark. Hey, Mark, let me explain something to you, Mark. Mark, she gonna do it regardless.
I can't talk to you.
Exactly. They out there having sex regardless, man.
You just like the typical dude that looks at money and power.
I'm not looking at money. I'm looking at the human behavior.
Guy. Okay, so what about the Central Park 5? Did he apologize for that shit?
He went by the information that he had at the time.
Come on, man. The guys were proven not guilty by.
What about Joe Biden with the crime bill of 94?
He apologized.
So let me ask you this.
He's a racist prick, and you a fool for following him.
So Joe Biden wasn't. He hung up. He got mad. He got mad and hung up.
See, you know what's funny?
he voted for Democrats since 2008, and he was talking about demasculation, but he just got demasculated and just got mad because you're voting for somebody that you personally choose to vote for and hung up. But
that's all I'm saying. And listen, that's all I was trying to say was that those guys that he vote for push that demasculation, that feminism, that crap. Like when Trump just went on that thing with the black journalists the other day, that was embarrassing to black people because they didn't get that man the first chance. They didn't come on there objectively to ask that man. They didn't introduce the man right. They came on there to try to embarrass him and grill him about just any and everything. So when you turn your brain off, as soon as you can talk about Donald Trump, that tell me you ain't really. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really on point the way you're supposed to be because you're supposed to be at least objective, listen to the facts. This man wasn't listen to facts. Tell me you're independent. You ain't no independent. You're a Democrat. You vote for things based upon a name or a person, not the actual policies. And you worried about the man, his personal life. So what if you want to lay some pipe and have sex with porn stars and all that stuff? Let the man ain't like no woman really came out and
and you know it's funny. He said he's 45, right? Aaron,
he's 50. No, he's 50 something.
50 something. Me, Aaron, you and me about the same age. How many dudes do we know, and including us, talk like that on a day-to-day basis? And a 50-something-year-old is going to say that he doesn't. He never said nothing even similar close to that.
Bro,
like, come on, bro.
In a barbershop, like that's just regular.
Yeah, like come on, man. I can't stand black people like him, like the ones that vote only Democrat.
When a person decides to run for president, oh, this person said this person said this. You paying attention to what these people say, but you ain't paying attention to what them people do.
Hold on. Hey, 100K, can you address Jalen Thompson? He said he also didn't rent. He also didn't rent to black people, had it on his building. Can you address that? Because let me
explain. He didn't listen, man. That man didn't have nothing on his building to say he didn't rent to black people. What's something I never saw that. Well, but what a person does in they hold on, Joe keeps sending you money. Joe just sent you money about 4-5 times today, Aaron. Joe
paid for Mark to speak.
Huh?
Paid for Mark to speak. Paid for Mark to speak. Motherfucker say I'm mad.
Yeah, so he just sent you another $4.99. Listen, man, that man Donald Trump is not a race. I'm gonna tell you right now, as a dude in 2016, things I was doing in my life, the management job that I had back then, Donald Trump signing that law and pushing the tax cuts that he did just in 2016 alone. I don't know what he did in his personal life before he became president, but I saw the immediate effects that it had upon black people. Corporations across the United States immediately began to increase their minimum wage, and it affected all the black people that I had working for me at the time back in 2016. These are his policies. I saw what he's done for putting Supreme Court justices on the Supreme Court that were conservative. And guess what they did? They pushed up, they protect their person's due process rights. They got rid of that Oregon crap where Oregon and Louisiana was able to get a 10-2 jury verdict and to convict black men like murder and send them to prison for the rest of their life. And they did, and the law was only on the books to eliminate black people representation on jury polls. I've seen how the policies have gone with the people that Trump has put in position. That's the only thing I'm saying. So black people don't understand politics on the basic level. Go ahead.
This person say I'm gonna follow and raise take it better. Is what
if you
I'm gonna follow it too.
If you believe that, you a fool.
If you believe that what raise take is way better, you a lie. You a doggone lie.
Exactly. You a fool if you believe raise
doggone lie.
Better.
Unfollowed in Jay Ellis.
And also, I wanna address that he wasn't renting to black people. First of all, that's already been fact checked. Second of all, you can't discriminate. And when that was told that he was able to do that, like the non-discriminate, like you can't do that. You legally can't even do that. So like, I don't know why people go to that,
bro. It was probably in the case where he wasn't renting to people like low income people, and they just grouped that as black people. So
exactly.
But Democrats do that. Democrats do that. They make themselves. They make us look bad. Like, oh, black, you won't let low income people. First of all, who said I was low income? I'm not low income. But you think black people in general are low income. So like, who's really the racist?
Look, I get what he's saying, but let's get back to track, y'all.
Yeah, let's go to track.
Yeah, because I'm gonna let him on. But if you want to start talking that feminism stuff and the father and all this stuff, all you got to see how he remember saying what we did with the dude from the feminine guy we was talking to earlier. Soon we look at his page, we see all that pro-black stuff he was talking, and this dude smiling and cheesing with all people who was living in caves relatively recently. It was crazy. That's how they do it. And it's crazy. And they play this try to play both sides of the fence, playing games and stuff. Why do you keep saying Noah Lyles the king of the best sprinters ever? They keep trying to pothead keep messing with you, Aaron.
Kenyatta, you keep saying that the Democrats and Republicans are bad for black people, but statistically, if you look from 1994 and up, interest rates and prices of everything that has been able to be sold to individuals has only been higher or inflated when Democrats are in office. So how are Republicans bad for you when they're the ones that usually helping you save your money by cutting these programs that are very unnecessarily funded for no damn reason?
Kenyatta, why don't you come into the stream? Click the thing. I'll let you come in. Listen, y'all. It's funny because people talk so much trash. Somebody came on my thing yesterday and said one thing about me, misunderstood. I let y'all in to talk. Other people don't let the fans in to talk. I'll let y'all in to talk. Hit the link. Anybody want to come in and have a discussion about the track stuff or what we talking about right now? Come in and talk. I'll let y'all come in for free and talk.
Look,
I'll let you come in free and talk.
Jay Ellis said 14K views. Y'all have 100. You got to think about it. They streaming for free type shit over there.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I got 4 incomes. I'm a soft. I got this.
But you hey, don't get on there. You a cop. You locking people up, dog. So don't start.
I got military. Like, bro, this YouTube shit right here, bro. This is an easy check, bro. I don't care. I don't care about Ray's take. I'm not competing with Ray's take. I'm pretty sure Aaron's not competing with Ray's take. I'm not competing with Ray's take.
Ray's take. Listen, let me tell you. Must not care about your girlfriend when she gets. Listen, let me say this right here. Ray's take. He got to the point where he said he don't even want to have a thing where he let YouTube get no money. Hey, vegan, are you Dyrell?
No.
Okay, somebody named Dyrell just said to come. What's up, vegan? Are you are you a member of the channel?
No, I only actually just found out about you today. I follow Aaron Brown, and I noticed that you were also streaming, and you gave the StreamYard link.
Okay. You did a super chat. So, did you do anything to support the channel today?
No,
super chat or anything?
I literally just found out about you a few minutes ago. So
yeah, total.
Okay,
I'll watch more of your content, and if I
so what's up?
Discussion.
So what's up?
Yeah, so you're talking about Trump. I don't see how he could possibly be a benefit to any community, let alone the black community.
What community are you a part of?
I don't know, man. I'm Canadian, mulatto, married to.
Oh no, you live in Canada now. You live in Canada now.
Yeah. I'm
you're born and raised in Canada.
Yeah, but I am.
Have you ever lived in the United States ever?
No.
Okay. But so hold on. I want to make sure I got these questions before I let you go in. Before you say anything, how can you have any perspective on what Black Americans need and what's good for our community if you're not part of even the society down here? You're a Canadian. Even what's his name? Tate. What's the guy name? Tate. Andrew Tate. He said that there are no men in Canada recently. I heard him saying that there are no real men in Canada. How can you have any perspective on this?
Guess what? I can bench 410 pounds.
That doesn't make you a man. That doesn't make you a man.
70 pounds, fucking jacked.
Vegan kind of looked like Andrew Tate too.
So
he looked like Andrew Tate. That's kind of funny.
Okay. So what do you want to say, Vegan? Explain.
Yeah. So Donald Trump is clearly very racist. Doesn't like minorities in general.
Hey, hold on. You say you're mulatto. Your father's black and your mom's white.
Yeah.
What do you identify as? Do you identify as black, or you define as mixed or white?
I gotta hear this.
Well, to be honest, when it comes to personal identity, I don't really see myself as black, white, or any color. I just see myself as myself.
Hey, bro.
Okay, so that means you're not even black. Listen, that means you're not even black. So I don't consider you to be black because I have a thing on a list that I put on here that identifies are you black enough, or if your black card should be revoked. So it's funny that you came on here when you did. And I'm gonna show you really quick. So before you get into your discussion of what your position is, the list. This is the list. How you identify. So you're not black enough because you don't identify. The first question I ask you, you didn't say that you're black, so automatically you're not a part of the race of black. So you even said,
I don't know what you mean by.
You're not. Hold on. Let me just. I'm gonna explain what I mean. I'm gonna go down the list. I'm gonna make sure you see the list.
Oh my God.
I go by your stance on cultural issues. I go by, are you descendants of slaves in the United States? Who you date, who you hang with, or are you connected to American black culture? So the way you talk, I'm making an assumption that you either are or with white women or you're gay. Which one are you?
Sorry, am I with white women?
You date white women or you gay? Because I'm assuming that you're one of those. You don't date black women. That's what I'm saying. Which one do you date? Men or white women?
Well, I've only dated white women. I have tried to date black women.
They don't like you though, for real.
They
don't like you, man. Listen, I had a Canadian guy on here recently. His name is Le Sprinter. We call him Harry Potter. We had him call him Harry. We know how you guys get down. He came on here. He went live with us, and we see you guys coming from a mile away. So it's nothing. I don't want you to think I'm being disrespectful towards you. I just want you to know that I've talked to Canadians on here, and you guys have a very similar mindset. Okay, you're not black. He's not black. He's a white guy, and you guys have a very, very, very. Are you in Toronto?
No. Well, I was from Toronto, but
you in
what province are you in?
Ontario.
Okay, so you're in Ontario, but you're outside of Toronto. You're not in Toronto.
No, I'm in Ottawa right now.
Ottawa. Okay. So check this out. I already knew that you didn't date black women. I already knew that black women didn't like you. We had a guy on here who talked just like you.
Black women don't like me.
Actually, once they hang around you, do black women gravitate towards you? Do they love your personality? Do they love your mentality? Do they love the way you think?
Hell yeah, dude. All kinds of women love my personality.
So why aren't you with a black woman? Why don't you date black women?
Yeah, so the person that I fell in love with happened to be white.
I don't think it happened to be white. I think you gravitate towards white people. You sound like you're a person who loves white culture. So what is it that makes Donald Trump so racist in your opinion?
Yeah, so for one thing, his stance on immigration says a lot. He's actually spread a lot of lies about immigrants that would suggest that he has some sort of racially motivated bias.
Race against who? Race against who?
Well, anybody who's non-white.
Well, I mean, I don't think immigration is about non-white. I think immigration is about, really, number one, it's about using like back in the day, they were able to use black people as whipping boys and say, and make it like innuendo. You can't do it anymore, so they got to use immigrants, which that's fine. So that's really helpful you. Donald Trump going against immigrants helps the black man. Why? Because it diverts his anger, his racist rhetoric and attention away from us whose necks they've been on for hundreds of years. So you really should be embracing a guy like Donald Trump and saying thank you for directing the attention somewhere else. So how does that hurt you as a quote unquote mulatto man with a black father?
Well, I'm explaining my position. So
okay.
So usually racists, white supremacists in particular, hate all races. So if you see them kind of targeting one community, they would probably target other communities or dislike other communities.
Target them how? You can't deport African American black people. So how does it affect you? Who cares what they do in other communities? Listen, other communities don't care what's happening to us here. I could be the first one to tell you.
No,
other communities do not care what's going on for real with black Americans. So we shouldn't run to fight for what's going on with the other communities like Mexicans. So if Donald Trump wants to get on stand,
let me talk, because yeah, so you could actually deport black Americans under Trump's immigration policy.
How?
So he's trying to get rid of the whole boomerang baby thing, where if you have children as a non-American on American soil, he's trying to get rid of their American status. And this has already started happening under Trump's presidency.
That would affect more
he's found weird loopholes to deport who would otherwise be American citizens who had some special legal status, who
like
were
who?
born in the United States. They were born in the United States. They lived with white American families for decades, and they started getting deported because some paperwork was misfiled and they didn't technically have a green card. They're being deported back to their quote-unquote home country, even though they grew up their entire lives since they were babies, like literally months old, in the United States. So if you're a black person from, say, Nigeria, and you have that sort of legal status where your parents weren't American citizens, but you were born in America, even if you were adopted by a white family, you can get deported under Trump's immigration policies. Even if you've lived here for decades, you speak American, you lived in American culture, you went to American schools, you hold a job or own a business, you can get deported. So this is the policy that Trump wants to promote. And again, if you listen to the rhetoric Trump is promoting with immigrants, he's claiming the worst kinds of people are coming over the border. They're killers. They're from mental institutions. And this also shows Trump's derangement. He often references Hannibal Lecter. He wants to have you for dinner. What he's doing here is these people are often asylum seekers. That is a legal status in the United States, an asylum seeker. Trump doesn't know what asylum means, and he thinks they're coming from mental asylums. So this guy he's delusional. He doesn't know how to, hold office. He doesn't know what any of these things are. And he's applying some of these words that he doesn't understand what they mean and thinking that all these people who are immigrants, they're coming from mental asylums, they're killers, they're psychotic. He's claimed that hundreds of thousands of immigrants are murdering American citizens when the total murder rate in the United States last year, I think, was 25,000. So he's also claimed that I think the president of Venezuela or Ecuador, some South American country, he's sending all their gang members over here, which again is a complete lie. So when I'm seeing these things where he can deport anybody, even when they are technically American citizens under the United States Constitution, and he's saying these horrible things about minorities and literally making up lies about them, I think that should worry you. And on top of that, he's taken out a 3-page ad trying to convince people to rearrest the Central Park Five black men who are wrongfully accused of a crime, who are exonerated. He took out a 3-page ad telling everybody these people are rapists, scum, they should be murdered. He's also promoted the idea that we should kill drug dealers. He said there should be a death penalty on drug dealers.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me hold on. I'll let you talk for like 3 minutes now. Hold
Can
up.
I say one thing? Can I just say one thing, 100K? First
Go ahead.
of all, since 1960, 84% of the immigrants that have been coming here have been European. The other percent have been Hispanic and Asian. Black people that have been immigrants since 1960 make up less than 1% of the U.S. population.
All right, hold up, and hold up. Let me tell you something. Let me make sure you know, vegan. This guy's a cop. Everything track is an officer of the law. So he's sworn to protect, to protect and to serve. He put his hand on the Bible and protects and serves. So he know what he's talking about.
Police before, and I can tell you they're pretty untrustworthy.
Okay,
I'm sure you're a good
bro.
cop,
You and me are the same race, so if I'm untrustworthy, then you're untrustworthy. Bro. You and me are both black and white, so if I'm untrustworthy,
I'm not going to make any assumptions about you, but just being a cop doesn't make you, an upstanding citizen. Let's just put it that way.
Bro, your background is a gym set. Come on now.
Yep, I work out.
I do too. We're me and Aaron D1. Come on.
Wait, vegan gains? You only eat vegan food?
Yep, 13 years.
Damn.
Yeah, I actually messaged you on Instagram. I offered to do an interview with you, talk about veganism and shit.
How many followers you got on Instagram, vegan?
On Instagram, I think it's like around 5K, but I've got like 320,000 on YouTube.
Oh, you got 320,000 on YouTube?
Yeah.
That's not bad. What's your YouTube channel?
It's Vegan Gains.
Oh, Vegan Gains. Well, let me just say this: you're not black. Number one, you don't claim to be black, and you're not a black American, so you really don't get a chance to really understand what's really going on here.
Well,
you cannot go by what they show in the media.
I'd actually like to unpack that because, what do you mean by not being black? Like, what is a black person?
Well, number one, when I say black in this particular case, I'm talking about a black American, descendants of slaves, descendants of had to go through the Reconstruction period. People had to go through the Reconstruction. People had to go through the Jim Crow stuff. Had to go through the Civil Rights movement. So you or your people, these things have not been instilled in you and your people. Concepts,
they have.
movies. Have you ever seen the movie Minister Society?
The stories my dad told me are pretty fucking crazy.
Say what now?
And to this day, the shit he deals with is pretty fucking crazy.
You're in Canada though, so it's a different atmosphere. Number one.
If you go to the Midwest, I'm
from the Midwest.
It's pretty hairy. Even
Midwest of Canada or Midwest United States?
Midwest Canada is pretty goddamn racist. That's where my dad lives right now. Even in Ontario, there's still pretty bad racism when it comes to police.
Bro,
and I've dealt with racial profiling before.
That's where I live.
But yeah,
that's where I live. I live in Mississippi. All right, the most racist, the quote unquote most racist state in the world. I have not seen racism like maybe 2 times in my life, and most of it is from TV. All right, so and from Democrat states, to put that in fact.
Well, no, everything track. Let me say this right here. You are a police officer. You are part of an institution that's been used to inflict racism, bias, and all types of. Look what they just did to the girl in Illinois. So you are not authorized to speak on this subject because you work for an institution that in the United States has been used to inflict a lot of harm and damage, from the Michael Brown situation to the Trayvon Martin situation, almost straight because the guy was a fake cop, to the thing that's going on in Illinois with the girl getting popped in her face with the hot water situation.
Crazy.
You are part of an institution that has been doing, and you said you're trying to be a federal agent. And we know what J. Edgar Hoover said about black people when he's from the FBI. So I don't think this is this is the appropriate thing for you to even speak on. So you're disqualified from speaking on these vegan games.
Yeah,
I couldn't say about Trump. Hold on, let me finish this.
Yeah, sure.
I think that you don't understand black culture in America. So because we have a different upbringing and we have a different level of racism, institutionalized racism, which is what racism more is nowadays. It's more about institutionalized racism. You don't really understand the levels of what we be talking about, or understand that the real thing that matters is not things that Trump says about immigrants. Black people in the United States don't care about immigration. We care about jobs, we care about opportunity, we care about equality, we care about equal housing opportunities, we care about equal education opportunities. That's what matters. All the immigration talk is for his base and for something else. He's not talking to us when we talk about that. Black people ears only open in the United States when we talk about money, when we talk about crime, when we talk about reform, when we talk about opportunity, education. That's it. All the other crap, the gay marriage stuff, the immigration stuff, he's not talking to us. We don't care about it. Are you a track and field fan?
Not so much.
Okay.
More into like powerlifting, strength sports.
What's your deadlift?
My deadlift's only 500. I've had.
That's horrible. What's your dead? What's your squat?
My squat is bad. I almost had my leg amputated.
Okay, so how are you a hell of a dude when your deadlift's only 500? I did that in high school. Your leg is you haven't done well on the squats.
Well,
what's your
bench? 410, and I overhead pressed.
I'm doing that.
Your bench is 410. Listen, how much do you weigh at benching 410?
270.
You weigh 270.
You should be benching more than that. Then.
That's horrible. I benched 385 when I was 180 pounds. That's nothing.
Bro, I'm on Instagram. I weigh 195 and I can bench more than 315.
Listen,
so you should be benching way more than that.
Your power to weight ratio is horrible. You have horrible. That's your other side coming up. That's that Caucasus Mountain side.
Yeah, so no, the strength to weight ratio isn't terrible.
Your power to
you're gonna have to get a higher body weight in order to.
Come here to Ole Miss. Come here to Mississippi State. There's guys smaller than you benching and lifting more than you are that I can go talk to right now and put them on the live stream. That is bad. That's not that good.
It's
not good.
It's good in Canada. It's good in Canada.
Yeah, Andrew Tate said there are no men in Canada anyway. Did you hear about him saying that, Vegan? Did you hear about him saying that?
Yeah, so
there are no men in Canada. Drake got killed. Drake got slaughtered by Kendrick Lamar. Let's just start right there. Drake got slaughtered by Kendrick Lamar. Toronto Raptors aren't really that good. They suck. Did they go to the playoffs? No, they went to the playoffs and got
Drake likes little girls. Drake like little girls.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. Yeah, he got 300. He got 300 and some thousand subs. But listen, we see him lifting or he doing arm. So what's your best lift, Vegan?
My best lift?
Your best lift?
Well, it would probably be my bench for my overhead press. I actually overhead pressed 240 when I weighed Yeah, I think I was like 250 at the time. Yeah, around
How
there.
tall are you? How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
You're 6'3". Are you a bodybuilder or you just a power?
Well, I kind of do both. Like it's power building sort of thing.
Okay. Well, look, I'm here to tell you right now that those numbers, even people in the comments are saying that's horrible. Yeah, I'm being honest with you. With your body weight, with your body weight,
I'm not a professional athlete.
500 pounds benching. I'm being honest with you. I know 150-pound white boys that I was in high school with who was bench pressing 350, 360. So I know for a fact you can't even do double your weight. I think you should be able to at least approach double your weight. Approach it as a guy who's doing it for a living as a thing for your life. You're definitely
so double body weight bench.
What you need is some meat. You need some protein.
When you're talking about somebody who's taller,
double body weight.
You're going to see
that's
more
not an
double
excuse
body
because
weight
I'm
benches.
6'1.5". Hey, I already told Aaron I'm 6'1.5". That's not an excuse, bro. That's not an excuse.
I never claimed to be a world-class athlete, but a 410 bench is very good. So like if you have different strength standards, that's fine, but
bro. No, I'm just trying to. I like to understand when a person gets on here who talks about American politics, who talks about American things, but they aren't American, they don't live in America, and they don't have any, and they don't even identify themselves as anything that we're even talking about. Then I say, okay, move on from there. Because it takes away a person's credentials. Like the credibility factor isn't there. So I go to the power list. So you say you power lift, which I say you got 300-some thousand subs, which is great. I don't have a problem with that. But what I'm saying, when you go to there and you tell me your numbers, your deadlift isn't good. It's dumpster juice.
Yeah, I have a very bad knee. That's held back.
Right, I understand. If you're injured, right. How old are you, vegan?
I'm 33.
So you're relatively young. So you're falling apart already. You know, white people from the Caucasus Mountains, you guys suffer from osteoporosis at rates that black people don't even.
I am not at risk for osteoporosis.
How not? You say you have a bad knee. You're falling apart already in your early 30s.
Yeah, that was from an infection. So
an infection.
What? Osteoporosis.
Listen, what I'm saying is that you're half white. Are you French? Are you? Is your mother French? Come from the French?
No.
Where'd she come from?
She did a ancestry DNA test. Her family lineage is from around Scandinavia.
Okay, 100% Neanderthal. So those people went really extinct. Black men moved north from Africa and integrated.
Scandinavia isn't Neanderthal.
Say what?
Scandinavia doesn't mean you have.
Yes, it does. You got to go look where Scandinavia is. You guys right where the Neanderthal was. You were Neanderthal.
I'm not even sure if white people are more likely to have Neanderthal DNA.
Yes, they are, boy. Brother, have you done the research? Look at what you guys are. And does your mother
only something like 2.5% of the population have DNA that can be linked to Neanderthal?
Say what now?
Only about 2.5% of the population have DNA that can be linked.
Most white people still have Neanderthal. When you do that 23andMe, did she do 23andMe or did she do Ancestry?
I'm not sure.
Listen, on her 23andMe profile, my wife did. Hers came up partly Neanderthal. And I was trying to figure out how to breed it out of her, but we can't. We was hoping my kids wouldn't have none of it. But I'm telling you, you are a Neanderthal. Your mother's a Neanderthal. I guarantee Scandinavia is world-class Neanderthal. Because my wife's stepfather is Scandinavian, the exact same thing. When we did his 23andMe, Neanderthal. Came up 3% Neanderthal. So it's still in you. That's why you're so flimsy. That's why your numbers are so bad. You probably weren't a great athlete. Were you fast?
Yeah, I was. I played hockey.
That's ice hockey. Ice hockey. Ain't no real ninjas doing ice hockey, man. Stop. Come on now. You're a pink toe. It's cool though. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't make you a bad guy, but I'm just trying to make you have you understand that I don't look at people's color, more so I look at your genetics. And a lot of times your genetics is what determines your color. You get what I'm saying? Pigmentation, melanin, and all that. So if you just come from a poor genetic pool, that's why your numbers in the weight room are so bad. You get what I'm saying?
Probably not. Especially on the black side of my family, there's actually quite a few pro athletes. One of my cousins,
right, but I'm not talking about that side. I'm talking about the other side. That's where the bad genetics come from. Because when you my wife is right here. She's her father's wife, and guess what? She didn't get good genetics when it came to athletics. She's not that fast. She doesn't jump very high. She doesn't do any of that. because she didn't get the
I actually got pretty good genetics on my white side.
They don't. What good genetics come from the white side?
Sorry.
Give me some good genetics that come from the white side. You got stuff from osteoporosis.
Well,
you guys stuff from sickle cell.
Do you know what osteoporosis is?
Huh?
Do you know what osteoporosis is?
Yeah, it's deterioration of the bones, but it comes from you guys. You guys don't retain calcium very well.
So how does osteoporosis isn't caused by calcium deficiency?
I never said it's calcium deficiency. I said because you guys' bodies don't retain calcium very well. You guys don't synthesize calcium as well as blacks, and because the way you guys absorb vitamin D.
Mineral.
No, calcium is what helps the bones and strengthen muscles too.
Yeah, you don't synthesize
vitamin D. It takes vitamin D. The way your body absorbs vitamin D determines the way it synthesizes calcium.
Yeah, white people are better at getting vitamin D. That's why.
Guess what? We have vitamin D. We absorb vitamin D for thousands, millions of years, and
black people
we don't have to do that. We already have it embedded. Say what?
Black people are more likely to be vitamin D deficient.
By whose standards, though? Listen to what I'm saying.
Well, you guys it's not by anyone's standards. That's just an objective fact.
No, it's not an objective fact. Listen to me. A lot of
these. Yes, it is. If you have darker skin, you're going to have to be in the sun for a longer period of time to absorb UV radiation.
We've already absorbed enough vitamin D through millions of years of living.
Your families.
You guys, they were in caves.
Your parents being out in the sun does not affect your vitamin D status.
You don't think that millions of years of being absorbing sun. So you don't think millions of years of absorb. Listen, let me ask you something. What determines your vitamin D status? Or any of your genetics? Any of your genetics? What determines
your
how much our hair is?
Not your vitamin D status is your vitamin D status. What does that have?
Where does it come from, though? Everything that comes.
Vitamin D is a hormone that's synthesized by 7-dehydrocholesterol when it's exposed to UV radiation.
Let me ask you something. Calcium. I'm going to talk about the calcium because you break down calcium with vitamin D. Am I right?
No, vitamin D is required to metabolize calcium and place it in the bone.
Right. So what I'm saying is, why is it that black people, our bodies in sports, I study this too, even with kids. Why is it that black people's bodies retain calcium and process calcium better than whites?
They don't. Black people have higher bone mineral density.
Why?
And that is
where does it come from though? Where does it come from?
Yeah, so that is likely a variety of factors, mostly being genetic. Black people
where do the genetics come from? I'm asking.
Sorry?
Where does it come from?
I'm not understanding. What do you mean?
Okay, listen. Black people from West Africa, sub-Saharan African descent. We have coarse hair, right? Protect us from the sun. We have skin that is darker, protect us from the sun. We have different things. Oxygen, bigger noses that allows us to cool our brains off more. That's why we have bigger noses, right?
800K. I'm finna go. I gotta. We gotta go do muster.
All right, cool. I'll catch you later, man.
All right, bet.
Somebody say, "Why you sound like you Drake?" But let me ask you this: where do black people get our genetics from?
I don't know how to answer that question. You get
just say you don't know. If you don't know, just say you don't know.
That question just doesn't make any sense. You get your genetics.
Okay, so let me ask you: why do white people suffer from osteoporosis at rates much higher than anybody else?
I don't know if white people actually have osteoporosis at higher rates. They might.
Come on, man. You don't come on. Now, if I show you, how about what medical guide do you believe in where I can show you, where I can pull up institutions studies and that you believe in, I can pull up the rates.
Well, you can just send me an English language medical journal article. That would be fine. I mean, even maybe just some random health article.
Hold on, I'll pull up. Hold on, I'll do this right here. Osteoporosis. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'll put up osteoporosis. So I think the issue here is,
I haven't looked specifically at whether or not white people suffer from osteoporosis more than black people.
I'm gonna show you, but you don't listen. You don't know the facts. Listen, I'm gonna pull it up right now. You don't know the facts. You don't know your black history.
two biggest risk factors for osteoporosis are going to be BMI and
no, stop. No, it has nothing to do with BMI. Osteoporosis. Let me blow it up because I'm gonna show you something. You don't understand.
So bone mineral density is dependent.
Can I finish? Let me read it.
If you have a higher BMI, you're gonna have higher bone mineral density.
Let me read it. Osteoporosis is bone disease develops when bone mineral density and bone mass decrease or when the structure of bone changes. This can lead to decreased bone. Right. It's a silent disease that you typically don't have symptoms. Boom. So these are things. So it said, who gets it? Osteoporosis is common among non-Hispanic white women and Asian women. African American Hispanic women have a lower risk of developing osteoporosis, but they are still at a significant risk because they're women, because they just have a lower bone density than men anyway. Among men, osteoporosis is more common.
Well, they also have a lower BMI and tend to do less
non-Hispanic whites. Listen, no non-Hispanic whites have much higher rates. Why do you believe that whites have?
How much higher? Like, again, this is why it's good to look at English language medical journals. Like, you're saying much more. The article you're referencing only says higher. So I don't know where you're getting much more.
It's much higher. Now this was
how much? What's the risk factor difference?
It was much higher, like 80% higher. It's much higher. It's much higher.
Show me a reference for that.
Okay, I'll find it right now. But then I got to put here. This guy. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, but I don't have osteoporosis. I got
an infection
in my knee after surgery, and my knee had nothing to do with bones. I got an E. coli infection in my knee after surgery.
Percentage of adults aged 50 years or more with osteoporosis by race or Hispanic origin. From 2017 to 2018.
So it's roughly 7%, 8% with blacks, and Asian non-Hispanics seem to be the worst at close to 20%.
They're flimsy. Right.
And
so it's
white
at least double.
is around
That's at least double.
13%.
Listen.
Yeah, so the actual difference.
It's much more. If we're at 7-8%, and the other ones are 12-13%, that's like 70-80%, at least 60-70%.
So there's a difference between absolute and relative risk. The relative risk difference would be near 100%. The absolute difference is about 7%.
No, listen to what I'm saying. If we have 7% and other people have 14%, they have double the rates. You get what I'm saying?
That's
so here.
So that's the relative risk difference. The absolute risk difference.
No, this isn't risk. This is percentage of people with 50 years or older with osteoporosis by race.
Do you understand the difference between absolute and relative risk? Yeah. So the relative.
I'm saying absolute. These are people who actually have the disease.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
The relative risk difference is 100%. The absolute risk difference is 7%.
That's what you found.
Sorry.
Where you see it at?
It's literally in the chart that you have right there.
It said absolute. Black. Where you see absolute at?
Well, it's in the chart. That's the absolute risk.
Okay, so it said, hold on, let me make sure I'm clear on this. It says percentage of adults age 50 or older with osteoporosis by race and Hispanic. Do you
understand the difference between absolute and relative risk?
I'm saying this is not risk. We're not talking about risk. These are people who actually have.
Understand the difference between absolute and relative risk?
Relative means potential. Absolute means people who actually have it. This is absolute.
What that means.
So what's the difference between absolute and relative?
So absolute risk is the actual burden of disease or mortality or whatever you're measuring within a population. Relative risk is the relative difference between a population and another population. So the absolute risk here is 7% chance of osteoporosis for blacks, about 13% for whites. The relative risk, because you go from 7% to about 13%, is nearly 100%. So it's basically double. But the absolute risk is only a 7% difference, roughly.
So you think you saying that whites have only a 7% higher risk of getting osteoporosis than blacks?
Yes, if we're looking at absolute risk.
Are you looking at what about relative?
Yeah, relative it would be double.
So if you saying relative is potential?
Well, no, relative is a comparison between two groups. I can break this down more simply.
So wait,
I'll just use simpler numbers. Let's say you have a risk of osteoporosis among blacks at 1%. Let's say you have a risk of osteoporosis among whites at 2%. Now, the absolute risk difference is only 1%, but if you're looking at relative risk, it literally doubles. So you could say it's 100%.
So you're agreeing with what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is
yeah, but what I'm pointing out is when you say there's a doubling of risk, that
but there is a doubling of risk because if
yes, you can use the bigger number that sounds more frightening.
I'm not using the bigger number.
The absolute risk,
I don't care
about that big of a difference.
I don't care about those. What I'm saying is this.
Do you think there's a bit? So sorry. Do you think there's a big difference between 1% and 2%?
If we looking at if there are 1 million people and 1% of those,
you're not answering my question. Do you think there's a big difference between 1% and 2%?
I'm answering the question. The answer is yes. In relative to this, if there are 1 million people on the black, if you take 1 million black people, and 1% of those people have osteoporosis, right? And you take 1 million white people, and 2% of those people have osteoporosis. That's 10,000 to 20,000. Okay. Yes, that is a major difference. That means you have double the amount of people with the same sample size that have this same disease. They will tell you, maybe white people are. I'm gonna go back to track in a second. Maybe white people have a much higher risk factor of getting this because they have lower bone density. Maybe they have calcium deficiency. Maybe their bones are flimsy. Why is that? That's what I'm saying. So that's what I look at. So as long as we're using the same number, we're using the same sample size, that's the only thing that matters to me. Nothing else.
Yeah. So we're talking about osteoporosis specifically. Men almost never get this, and when you're talking about men with a higher BMI that do resistance training, the risk is basically zero. The chances of you getting osteoporosis is literally zero.
No, I'm saying
I don't know why. I don't know why you're making a big point of this. Also, when you look at injury risk in sports, there's.
I'll tell you why. Let me answer this. The reason why I was making a point of this because I was talking about genetics, and I love studying anthropology. I love studying genetics, and I'm saying that people who come from the Caucasus Mountains, people who lived in caves, you don't have access to sunlight. Everything. Matter of fact, the thing that gives everything else life actually gets rid of you. It gets rid of you guys. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. You guys didn't have.
Well, I don't know what this has to do with my knee problem.
I'm saying that your knee problem, if it didn't come from a sports injury, you probably were already genetically deficient.
Wait. Okay, so do you think if I injected E. coli bacteria directly into your knee and gave you an infection, that wouldn't adversely affect you?
Of course it would. But I'm saying if that was your situation, right. Yeah, I understand it. So, but I'm saying is that even before the E. coli,
what does this have to do with my bad genetics?
What I'm saying is that even before E. coli, you still brought into this earth, and you had one side of you had great genetics, and one other side of you had poor genetics. We talk about. I know you wasn't listening earlier, huh?
You don't know that. Like, by the way, when you look at the strongest athletes on the planet, almost all of them are white.
Listen,
many of them come from. Many of them, actually, probably the majority, come from Scandinavian countries like Poland, Sweden. So, like Hafthor Bjornsson, he's from Iceland.
Listen, that means nothing.
The world's strongest man for 4 times in a row.
That means
I don't know what you mean by white people are the inferior race and they have bad genetics.
I never said that.
What are you basing this on?
I never said they were inferior race, but when it's come to weightlifting,
yes, you did. Yes, you did. You said
listen,
just based on the fact that they had bad genetics.
Poor genetics. When you're sitting here talking about athleticism, it usually we're talking about people who are uncoordinated. You guys have a girl from you guys' country who just ran at the Olympics the other day. Her name is Audrey Ledoux. You know who she is?
No.
Okay. Well, I talk about this all the time. Matter of fact, how about this? I want you to do me a favor. I want you to do your research so that you know and understand exactly what you're talking about from an athletic standpoint, not just a bodybuilding standpoint. I'm talking about athleticism, not getting in and just lifting heavy weight and just being, because a lot of the weightlifting stuff I've learned is mostly technique anyway. But Go do your research as far as this stuff goes. Then we could talk about it. Because you haven't done the research. You don't have the information
on
to
what?
really talk about it. Huh?
Yeah, so dude, you claimed that because I'm half white, I have bad genetics. Like, what research have you
From
looked at
athletics?
that would let you to?
Did you just look at the
determine
did you just look at the
because I'm
men's
half white,
Olympic 100
I have
final?
bad genetics.
Did you just look at the men's 100 final? Why was everybody on the line at the men's in the track and field, the men's 100 final?
Yeah, so what? So I'm asking you, what research have you looked at that allows you to
I believe my eyes.
that somebody
I
has
believe my
bad
eyes.
genetics because they're white?
Well, let me ask you this. Let's just start right here. Did you watch the men's Olympic 100 final that just happened today?
Did you see the like men's marathon race where every fucking black person was an emaciated stick that looks like they could get broken by the wind? Like you realize black people aren't a monolith, and there's race is kind of a complex thing, and among the black community, black people think there are other races of black people. This is why there's tribal genocides in Africa. You'll see places, you'll see places where African, you'll see places where there's black people who have really high type 2 fiber type composition in their muscles. They're amazing sprinters. You'll see black people who come from certain cultures. You'll see black people that come from certain cultures that are toothpick skinny, have a predominant type 1 fiber type, that are great for long distance running.
That's East African.
Again, what research are you basing some of these opinions on that, oh, well, your parents are white, so you must have bad genetics? Well, according to you, you self-admitted, well, yeah, if you're a certain type of black, you might have bad genetics.
Well, you're mixed. Okay, let me explain something. I believe my listen. Let me finish.
Wait. Let's
Vegan, let me talk.
You're admitting that if you're black, you could have bad genetics.
Listen to what I'm saying. There are things that can happen from sickle cell. There are things that can happen in anything, in any genetic pool that can cause bad things to happen. Everybody knows it, from sickle cell, the way the cells grow, the red blood cell. We know this. I'm not looking at it.
Are at higher risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes,
because our bodies retain. Listen, let me finish. Because our bodies retain calcium.
Has better genetics.
You're not listening to me. Can you hear me? What I'm saying is that our bodies retain more calcium in our arteries. So all that retention of calcium, when it builds up on those artery walls, guess what happens?
Can you show me a paper that black people retain more calcium? Like, do you even understand anything about calcium?
Yes, I'll get to that in a second. Listen, I'll get to that in a second. But I'm gonna show you this right here before I get to that. This girl right here is Canadian's, the fastest woman ever in Canada, right? You guys hype her up big time. You guys make her into a hell of a person. Her name is Audrey Leduc. She broke the Canadian national record. She just ran 10.95 2 days ago, and she got smoked when she got to she didn't even make it to the finals at the Olympics.
You realize Canada has a population of, I think, like 38 million, and a single U.S. state has that same population. Like,
well,
California,
it's not really, when it comes to
state, has a greater population than Canada.
What about Jamaica? Jamaica has a population of 3 million, and they do better than all of us for the most part when it comes to sprint. So what does that say? It has nothing to do with population.
You understand that countries are ethnically diverse? Like, you don't think Jamaican people that live in Canada?
Vegan. What I'm saying is this: for the most part, it goes down to genetics, and it goes down to opportunity and funding. So you got to have the genetics first.
We're talking about ethnicity or race, not nationality. So what does being Canadian have anything to do with this?
What I'm saying, I tell this all the time on my channel. I talk about this all the time. I don't look at nationality because I talk about these guys. I don't care about Jamaica. I'm just using.
If you don't look at nationality, then why do you go on and on about how Canadians there are no men in Canada? Like, if we just allowed mass immigration,
because I just went by Andrew Tate. I go by.
If we allowed mass immigration of Jamaicans and people with a Jamaican genetic lineage ended up becoming the majority of Canada, would you say, "Oh yeah, Canadians are manly"? So this I
would go by how they act and how they behave. But listen, I want to get to this real quick because I want to go back to the how the genetics work when it comes to athleticism before we move on to the things that you want to talk about. So this is the fastest woman ever in Canada, right? She ran at the Olympics the other day. She was dumpster juice. She's celebrated in Canada on an international stage because of her horrible form, because she comes from the mountains, she comes from Europe, or people who are descendants of Europe. They are uncoordinated. They have no melanin. They just don't have it. They don't have the fast twitch muscle fibers. They do not have it. Why do you think they don't have fast twitch muscle fibers the rate everybody else has it?
I'm assuming there's some sort of survival advantage for whatever environment they may have lived in.
So they lived in. So what environment did your mom live in? Your mom's people. So going back 1,000 years, what environment did your mom's people live in?
I have no idea. I don't have a time machine, and I don't know what troglodytes were doing like 100,000 years ago.
I say 100,000. I just said 1,000, not 100,000, just 1,000.
Yeah. Well, I have no idea what those people were doing.
Okay. So you said survival thing. So what survival thing do you think would lead Black people to have a higher percentage of fast twitch muscle fibers? West Africans.
I don't know. It could be sexual selection. That is entirely a possibility. So men who are bigger, stronger, they get they're preferentially selected by females. That could be the case. Could have something to do with tribal warfare. I have no idea.
So was there tribal warfare?
It could just be random genes.
If your mother's Scandinavian, living in the Caucasus Mountains, if your mother was Scandinavian, her people were living in the Caucasus Mountains in a cave, what type of tribal warfare was going on in the caves up there?
I have no idea, dude.
Okay.
We can speculate all we want.
If you don't listen, the only point, listen,
types are more prevalent in certain populations. I don't know.
Let me explain something to you. If you don't know, just say you don't know. And what I'm saying is
I've been saying that the entire time.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I do know what I see. I can't tell you what happened 1,000 years ago. But what I can say is on a scientific level, white people suffer from osteoporosis at rates much, much higher than blacks.
No, it's white women. So sorry, it's white women.
Men to men, women to women. Listen,
osteoporosis 7%
women to
more
women
than black women. And again, the reason they get osteoporosis is mostly due to lifestyle factors. They have a low BMI and they don't do weight-bearing exercise.
Who don't?
These women with osteoporosis.
So what if somebody told you that my daughter, my 2-year-old daughter, my 15-year-old daughter, she peed in a cup and a white girl peed in a cup, and my daughter body secretes much less calcium than the white girl. Their bodies, just even the way they synthesize calcium, the way their bodies even
urinary calcium excretion won't tell you how calcium.
They can tell you how much. They can tell you how much calcium your body has. They can tell you.
You're going to have to. You're going to have to do radiologic testing and mark it and see how it's metabolized in the body.
Okay, I see you clearly don't understand. You don't really.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Things, but you don't know other
sorry. Do you not see a huge methodological flaw with trying to see how calcium is metabolized in the body by just looking at urinary excretion of calcium? You could.
That's not the only thing we look at.
Be consuming more calcium and piss out more calcium. You could be taking more potassium, which removes calcium from your body through potassium-calcium channels, and you excrete more calcium. Or you could be just absorbing more calcium for whatever reason.
That's all fine and dandy. But what I'm asking you is
metabolize more. There could be a variety of reasons for why you're excreting more calcium. That's why you need to mark calcium with radiation and then use imaging to see what the calcium is doing in your body.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Why are black people better athletes in pure athleticism things, running, jumping, things like that, than other people? Asians, Neanderthals.
Yeah, so
Tell me that, because you know everything else.
Yeah, so there's probably a variety of reasons. Generally speaking, it seems that black people do have a tendency, on average, to have a greater propensity to have a type 2 muscle fiber type. Their tendon insertions also tend to be longer.
Why do they have more type 2 muscle types?
I don't care why. You didn't ask me a question about why. You didn't ask me. Sorry, your initial question wasn't about why they have certain.
That was the follow-up question.
I wanted to know whether they have certain phenotypes that make them better at sports. So now you're just asking.
I'm asking you, why do they have that? I'm asking you, why do they have?
I don't know that.
Okay, so you don't know. No, listen. I don't know, but one thing I do know is that when we look at the stats, when we look at the data, it shows that these group of people regularly, outside of social structure things, regularly outperform everybody else when it comes to these activities. So when you mention powerlifting and things like that, it means absolutely not. I'm talking about pure athletics. But listen, I want to say this,
athleticism is specific to a sport. So
no, athleticism is a system.
No, athleticism.
Listen, no. Let me be clear. Let me be clear on my words before you jump out on me. I'm saying athleticism comes down to running, jumping, throwing, things like that. And then you take those abilities and then you put them in sports. So you take a runner, a jumper, thrower, then you put them in basketball. You take them a runner, jumper, thrower, and you put them in basketball. You put them in football. You put them in soccer. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying they're the best at all sports because you guys make up sports. Neanderthals make up sports that nobody wants to participate in.
You realize there are more sports that don't just encompass running, jumping, throwing.
And they had to make those sports, and they had to make those sports to make people like you play ice hockey and to do things where pure athleticism wasn't a prerequisite. Because if you
define what pure athleticism is?
Running, jumping, throwing. Siltius,
and you're the one who just arbitrarily decided that's what pure athleticism is?
Everybody knows that. That's what even what the Greeks, the ancient Greek Olympia, faster, higher, stronger. Don't you understand it? Jump higher, run faster, be strong.
You realize your ability to vertical leap is dependent on strength, right?
Not all the time. I know guys who not even that strong can jump high. No. I think it goes by muscle contraction.
Your vertical leap is highly predictive of your ability to squat.
No, it's not. I know guys that can't squat a lick with a jump. I know guys who can't squat a lick.
They're able to, right? And they have certain body composition benefits that allow them to still jump high, but that doesn't mean they wouldn't jump higher if they can't squat more.
Listen to what I'm saying. I get that. You're incorporating weight room stuff. The only point that I'm making is this: natural genetics. If you have poor, half of you come from poor genetics. That's probably why you weren't a great athlete.
Again, how do you determine I have poor genetics just because I have white family members?
Are you fast?
Like I haven't been able to run for quite a while because
when you were able to run, were you fast?
Yes.
How fast were you?
I have no fucking idea. I played hockey, dude. I wasn't.
So listen. You playing hockey automatically tells me that you probably weren't that good athletically, because everybody know hockey is the graveyard for athletes, because that's where people go when they want to make sure blacks don't come in, because they know black people don't want to be on ice and in the cold. So that's automatically a place where people who aren't talented go to. Everybody knows that.
Okay, so would swimming also be not a real sport or not be a measure of pure athleticism? Because
swimming in the United States. Remember, I'm an American, so swimming is not a good barometer, because a lot of black people in the United States didn't have access to swimming because, number one, our swimming pools were segregated, and our facilities we had were much inferior.
So
they were
black people are worse at swimming because they have higher bone mineral density and they sink.
That's not
way more energy.
So I guess
that's why there's only been, I think, like 2 or 3 black SEAL team members.
Black people don't swim competitively because of the fact
they suck at it.
It's not that we suck at it. It's the fact that
they suck at it.
I'm telling you about the United States, for example. Black people were routinely, it started riots, it started fights, it started a lot of killing, a lot of negative stuff.
Black people suck at swimming, and it's because they have a disadvantage. They sink.
So let me ask you, the disadvantage comes because they have a higher bone and muscle density, right?
Yes, they sink.
Okay, so
I sink like a rock in the water. It's very hard for me to tread water.
Okay, so swimming is one thing. All the other activities on dry land, do black people exceed?
Weird. So I guess there's like certain advantages and disadvantages in certain sports.
Well, swimming is not part of
that's strange.
The core of
almost as if
athleticism.
Not every single sport is ideal for certain body types or fiber compositions.
But I don't look at sports.
Athleticism is sports.
I use the word athleticism. I didn't look at the word sports. I didn't use
you literally used the term.
He said he don't believe in Trump. Hold up, vegan. He said he don't believe in Trump. He don't like Trump. So remember, don't get it. He said, keep in mind, these are your Trump friends. He don't believe he hates Trump. He said that.
Oh no, I can't stand Trump.
So you got it wrong, Ken. He hates you.
American Hitler.
Okay, right. So hold up. Before I say this, vegan, I'm gonna have to let you go on this. But look, I want to say this right here. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to do your research, and I'll let you come in and follow me. Subscribe to the channel. Whatever.
You need to do your research.
I've done my research, man. Every time I say why, you say I don't know. The only thing I say is I don't know
a
either.
silly question that's impossible to answer.
It seems like you answer
all of
everything
these
else.
terms
Listen,
that you don't understand.
you are just like the other Canadian I had on here. Hold on, I'm gonna show you this what I got on screen right now because I was about to make a point. This guy I had on here, we did a conversation. He was a Canadian guy. Me and Aaron Brown brought him on, and when I asked him a few questions, he made the same type of conversations you had. The minute I asked him a few questions, he had no clue. He fails apart because he wants to put black people in a category. He sits there and worships black people online, but then he want to criticize black people like me and Aaron online. That's what he wanted to do. So I'm gonna just show you a little bit what he said. This is how few Canadian guys get. You guys are identifiable from a mile away. I want to show you. Let me show you what this guy said.
When Aaron come in, who don't rock with you, we don't associate with you. Dress another podcast, a person.
Oh yeah, I know.
So he lives in
because the only thing you do is talk about Noah Lyles. Why don't you? How come you don't have people from your country on there or people with your genetic profile on there?
Man, I don't know what that's come from. I mean, if you look at my videos, I talk about everyone like just on Noah Lyles. He's my favorite.
I looked at your page. I can go to your page right now.
Yeah,
go ahead. I saw Sha'Carri. I saw Noah. I saw a lot of Noah. Isn't that Noah in your profile picture?
He's in the thumbnail, but I talk about Fred, Coleman. I talk about everybody.
Focus on your people. You naming Black American athletes. Focus on your people. You're not one of us, man. I know you would listen. I know our culture is attractive. Listen, I know our culture is attractive.
The sprinter are black. The best sprinter are black people.
Focus on Matt Bowling. You're not one of us. We don't want you. You're not accepted. You can spend your money.
That just doesn't make sense.
Why doesn't it make sense? Why doesn't it make sense? You're not one of us, man. You guys, listen. You are like a hyena. Listen, we're lions. You are hyenas. You're the laughing stock of the community. You're right, of the ecosystem.
Okay,
you're the laughing stock. You're the guy. You're the type of people who come through when everything's dead. You come try to steal somebody else's food, or you find something that's been dead 5 days and you eat it.
Okay, that's so you don't have the right to talk about
one of us.
Okay, so you don't have the right to talk about Matt Bowling. You cannot talk about him.
He's a part of our sport. This is not a sport for you. Ice hockey is for you. That's what I'm saying. I want Matt Bowling out of the sport.
Hold on, let me just stop you right there for a second. So
a weird racial supremacist kind of.
No. Listen. I've never talked to you a day in my life, right? And you come on here and conveniently. So when I told this guy from Canada, another guy from Canada, I explained to him that people like me, we're lions, and I view you guys as hyenas. I told him the truth, and I was like, hey, look, you need to go play focus on ice hockey. Don't worry about pure athleticism things, because he worries about track and field, which is pure athleticism. And now you come on here. You come on here.
Doesn't mean anything.
Let me just say this. You come on here, you talk about, you don't know nothing about track and field. You can't tell me about any performances you've had.
I don't know if you know anything about track and field. You use terms like pure athleticism that you just make up.
I didn't just make it pure athleticism. You know, athleticism.
Can you show me a sports journal? Sorry, can you show me a sports journal that mentions the term pure athleticism?
I can use the word. I can look it up pure. I can look up athleticism. I can do that for you.
So you made up that term?
No, athletics. Everybody.
Can you show me a single sports scientist, sports physiologist, any sort of athletics journal that has ever used the term pure athleticism or pure? What was the term? Pure
athleticism.
Yeah, pure athleticism.
Okay, so I'm gonna use this right from the dictionary.
You made up that term. You made up that term.
Dictionary. Hold on, listen to me. I'm gonna use this from the dictionary, and I want you to apologize after I pull this, and I want you to understand that you're wrong.
You made up that term.
I didn't. That's some term that's been out. We all use it. Listen, will you guys in the comments? Will you guys tell this man that pure athleticism is a term that's been around long before I was even thought of?
You made up that term. It means nothing.
Say what now?
You just have a interest in certain sports, and you are trying to make it seem as though those sports are more important or more legitimate by using a term like pure athleticism.
Listen, I'm looking at the comments. Listen.
Yes, that's athleticism in the
is a word.
You use
athleticism is a word.
Pure athleticism. So I know what the term athleticism means. Athleticism is specific to sport. when you use a term like pure athleticism, where if we're talking about, like, I don't know, strongman or powerlifting,
it's not specific to
well,
sports.
That's not pure athleticism.
It said listen.
That means nothing.
Term.
That is a nonsense made-up term that you came up with.
Here is the definition. Listen. This is the definition.
No,
okay?
That's not the term you use. You use the term pure athleticism.
Okay, I'll put the word pure in it. I'll put the word pure in front of it. Let's see what comes up. It said the word I've used is in the dictionary, but let's just use athleticism.
Well, that's not a word. Those are two words.
Oh my God, man! Athleticism. Everybody know what athleticism is. So let's focus on athleticism.
Sorry. Like, I want everybody to just take a note of this. This guy tried to look up pure athleticism in a dictionary, 2 separate words, thinking that was one word. You even put a.
I never said it was one word. It's clearly 2 words.
You never said it was 2 words. You never.
Then why did you look it up in the dictionary? What were you expecting to find?
Come on, man. I'm gonna type in pure athleticism so you can understand what I mean. Because I see you clearly aren't following. Okay.
Show me one single sports journal, athletics journal, sports scientist, or sports physiologist that has ever used the term pure athleticism to describe some sort of athletic qualities in any kind of manner.
Okay, how about pure athletics? Is pure athletics okay?
That's like a sports page.
No, what about the term pure athletics? Would that be okay?
What is that supposed to mean?
Pure athletics. I mean, is it close enough to pure athleticism that you would at least respect my definition?
I don't know what that means. Like again, this is just a made up term.
Okay. It's not a made up term. Let me just go to this first because I want to make sure I get the 2 words together. Athleticism. And I want to go to that first. Then I'm gonna get to my point. Okay. So Merriam-Webster's dictionary says for athleticism, the combination.
I know what athleticism is. You use the term.
Let me finish.
Pure athleticism.
Let me finish. And I'm gonna put the words together for you. The combination. Oh, my screen went up. Is speed and agility. They're a characteristic of an athlete. Okay. So when I say pure, and I use the word athleticism, I'm talking about those abilities that they just named in the dictionary, without throwing in golfing or the ability to hit a ball or other things that sport may encompass when you put sports together, like ping pong.
By the way, when you define pure athleticism, you completely ignored the quality of strength. So this doesn't even fit your definition of pure athleticism.
Say what now?
When you tried to define pure athleticism to me, you gave qualities like speed, the ability to jump, agility, coordination.
Right.
You left out the quality of strength. And when you look up athleticism in the dictionary, it gives the quality of strength. So this doesn't even come close to being your definition.
But listen, strength can be a thing, but these are examples. Speed, strength, agility. These are all things that fall under athleticism.
I know what
I'm saying is that listen to what I'm saying. You come from, listen, let me say this to you. And I want to remind you of something. I want to tell you about my background a little bit. You come from a Caucasus Mountain Neanderthal background. And from my experience, usually since you guys don't really have any athleticism, meaning a broad spectrum of those things were named, you guys try to tend to focus on one thing, like strength. So you guys will go and get swole weight room and bench 400 pounds, but you can't run, you can't jump, you can't do anything.
Okay, great. And if you wrestled me, I told you in half. So what do I care? I don't really care if you can run faster than me. Yeah, you would have to run fast if I tried to fight you. So what do I care? Athleticism.
Hold on. Let me go back. What does fighting have to do with the ability to run, jump, and being strong?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. It's almost as if athleticism is sport specific.
No, it's not athleticism. It's the pure abilities to do these things. Your speed, your strength, your agility. That's what I'm saying. And you can work on your athleticism. You can work on your speed. You can try to refine. You can try to get better. You can increase your strength. You can increase your agility. So we're not saying you can increase it. But what I'm saying is that your poor genetics affect your athleticism.
The only sport that I'm aware of that tries to maximize literally all qualities of athletics, strength, power, speed, endurance, agility, would be CrossFit. And all of the best CrossFit athletes are white. So, Neanderthal DNA, I guess it's good for pure athleticism.
No, CrossFit is like some new stuff that was just for failed white athletes. That's nothing.
Oh, okay. So I guess black people have been segregated for far too long to go into the weight room.
No, we don't. Black people don't play ice hockey, dude. You're playing ice hockey.
Yeah, right.
Okay, hold on. Let me let Matthias on. Hey, hold on. Somebody wants to say something to you. Hey, V, this guy right here wants to come on and say something. Matthias, you want to say something? He's Mexican. He want to talk to you.
What's up, man? So, athleticism can be a combination of many things, and track and field is one of them. So, and also football, like it's those combinations of the things. You have to it gets those combinations down. It doesn't have to be all of them at once. It has to be a combination, or even one single.
It doesn't have to be all of them at once. Usually, when you improve in one aspect of athletics, especially strength is extremely general. You usually increase speed and power and sometimes agility from getting stronger. So yes, if you hyper specify for strength,
so athleticism is all those things.
End up degrading, and you may end up degrading other qualities. But like most sports are going to have like multiple aspects of athletics. So strongman, for instance.
Strongman, for instance, all of them are going to be there. Some are going to be more higher than others. Yes.
And what I'm saying is,
it's still going to be there regardless.
Athleticism is sport specific.
It's not
this term
specific.
pure athleticism
track and field.
Is just made
track
up
and field
bullshit.
is a very important speak. You go start from the strength of how speed and how fast you're going with it. There's no movement of any type of hockey stick or ball with it. It's just pure athleticism at that point. You don't have a tennis racket. You don't have.
You're just saying.
You're usually going. That's why track and field is a very important part. If you don't get that, then that's on you.
Well,
track and field is the found. Oh, let me say this, Matthias. Track and field is the foundation of all sports. Foundation. Athleticism. You take athleticism and they put those
track and field
other
is the foundation of all sports. So, when do you
ability
swim in track and field?
Come on, man. Come on,
when
man.
Do you
Other than
swimming, track and field. When do you fight in track and field?
What are you talking about? Fighting? Listen to what I'm saying.
Literally, the first Olympic sport was wrestling, by the way.
Speed, power, strength, agility. All of those things are
Olympic
used in most sports.
Was wrestling.
That's the first Olympic
How was
sport.
track and field the basis
They're
of all
all in the
sports
first
when
Olympics,
the
too.
first Olympic sport was wrestling?
Hey, y'all boys.
So I guess wrestling is the basis.
Hey, let Matt. This guy just came on. Ob, what's up, man? What you want to say?
Man, how y'all doing, man? Number one, big and gains. You on point, bro. You know what you're talking about, cuz I don't know what these other guys is talking about here, man. But you got the juice on that. But I want to go way back real quick, if I can. The comment, Mr. Hunter, the comment that you had about Trump taking the attention off of black people and putting it on immigrants, that might have been one of the most ignorant things I've ever heard in my life. Like, seriously.
Why? Why you say that?
Hear me out. One of my best friends, he's right-leaning. And I called him and I was like, hey, dude, I ran up on this stream. He said this, he said that. And he was like, well, now I don't know if that would be the argument that I would make to vote for Trump. You know, that's kind of a stretch. And that's the same thing that I thought when you said that. So essentially, what I took from what you said, and if I'm wrong, you can correct me, but what I took was, Trump is taking attention away from us, so we're safe for now because he's picking on somebody else. That's what I took from what you said. And that'll make a whole lot of sense.
Let me respond to that. I'm going to respond to that specifically. You could go to the next thing. What I was saying with that is this: historically, in every election, they always, and this is just in American history, they always got to try to find a whipping boy or find a group of people or an issue that they can point to. So when elections come around, they can get people riled up. So it's a numbers game. We got people, immigrants, black people, abortion is always an issue. So Trump using that as an issue instead of using black, like before they used crime. In the early 90s, they used crime that Joe Biden pushed, the crime bill from 1994. They used that to lock a lot of black men up in the feds with the federal sentencing guidelines. Crime, what really meant was inner city black, okay, black and crack. So yeah, crackheads ended up in prison and all that stuff as a result. So what I'm saying is that knowing the history of politics, that we should be cognizant of what they're saying and what they're not saying and what they're doing. Trumpers did a lot for black people, and I'm telling you from the high level and the low level. Yeah, he did the thing for the corporations and tax cuts. But when I saw in 2016, the position I was in my life, I was helping people get jobs, and I was helping people do a lot of things on the bottom level because I was a supervisor at a staffing agency. So what I did was I saw that immediately those companies that we were going to that were hiring my staffing agency, our staffing agency, which is one of the biggest ones in the United States, for workers, automatically, guess what those companies started doing? They said, oh no, we're not paying our workers $8 an hour no more because we save the money now. We're paying them 13, we're paying them 11. Immediately, a lot of people was happy. A lot of those people, not just black people, those are poor white people, poor black people. He also signed the First Step Act. First Step Act, it reduced the crack to the powder ratio. It made it more reasonable so that people get caught with powder cocaine, which affects black people and white people, is more reasonable to come to that. So, and he gave a lot of people, a lot of black people. Remember, things happened in the 90s and the 60s and the 70s. It's common now. Still in prison for a lot of stuff that happened. Guess what? He gave them more job opportunities. Programming opportunities while they're in prison to get out of prison early. So I'm talking about on a low level. We're not talking about stuff.
If I could interrupt you for a second.
We're talking about,
well, if I could just add something. Trump said he wants to murder drug dealers. He wants to institute a death penalty for drug dealers.
That's cool with me because you know what? That'll be cool. Do you know what he's talking about? Do you know what he's talking about? He's talking about like Singapore. They execute people get caught with heroin. Execute. Some of these countries, they execute you for that. A lot of the Muslim countries in Southeast Asia, they do that.
Why would you be okay with that though? Like seriously,
I'll be okay with it because listen to what I'm saying. Long as it's both ways. As long as you
black people would be targeted.
Listen to what I'm saying. As long as you make it fair and you say, hey, look, I'm giving you guys fair notice that this fentanyl that you guys are putting out into the street has got people dropping dead. Let me finish, Beacon. That you got people dropping dead. If they can execute a person, give a life sentence, I feel like you might as well be able to execute them for killing people with fentanyl, because that's what they're doing. These guys do not care. They're putting fentanyl. Me and my wife is talking about it. They're putting fentanyl in Skittles and giving them people because it looks good and it tastes sweet.
Let me stop you right there, because that's not true. The Skittles thing.
I know it. Listen. Do you got friends in the face? Listen.
Hold on. Hear me out. I live in Texas. I live close to the border, so I know what time it is. And when these
what part of Texas you live in?
Hold on. When these people got to pushing that whole narrative, oh, they coming out with these different colors. It looked like Skittles for this fentanyl. That was factually inaccurate. That's not what they were doing. Because see, they try to scare people and say, oh, the cartel is pushing it to the kids. That's not what they're doing. That's not what's going on down here. And I don't like when people try to make that argument as if people is really out here pushing them drugs. You got to go looking for the drugs, man. Like, I don't know where you from, cuz, but you have to go looking for the drugs. And the point I'm going to make, and I'm going to jump off. I want to respect everybody's time. I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to go ahead and jump off. But this whole notion of killing drug dealers, well, let's start with the pharmaceutical companies that's getting everybody hooked on opioids. Let's start there. Let's kill.
I get that.
Okay, all right.
I get that. Hold on. Let me ask you something. What city you from? Hold on. What city you from? What city you from?
I'm not going to tell my city.
Okay, listen. Okay, let me ask you this. How far from the border are you? How far from the border are you?
Hold on real quick. I'm going to jump off and I'm going to keep watching though. I'm going to jump off, but I'm going to keep watching.
I need you to respond to, listen, before you go, I want to respond to something that you said though, before you go. That's my problem. Let me do this. Number one, do you have friends that are in federal prison right now for dope? Friends,
I do not.
Close people. No. Okay. No. So look, on my page also, I have 100K paralegal services. I help guys who are in prison dealing with these exact same situations. I'm gonna share my screen here to show you. I deal with guys who get caught up in this type of stuff every single day. Fentanyl, murder, everything under the sun dealing with usually with the federal. Because this is the core. This is the federal system right here, and these are emails. I'm not going to show everything, but these are guys right now who email me every day. Okay, from federal. This is the federal court. Federal, not for the federal courts. This is the federal email system where guys who are in prison right now dealing with fentanyl cases and everything under the sun email. And I work with these guys to reduce their sentences, to help to get the programming and everything. So you're talking to a guy who does this every single day through email, through phone calls, through text messages, through everything. They're in halfway houses. They're in prisons down there in Three Rivers, Texas, close to where you are. I lived in Kingsville, Texas, which is only about 100 miles from the Mexico border, just south of Corpus Christi. Okay, just right off Highway 77, going right down to Brownsville. So I know what I'm talking about, right there by South Padre Island. So all the places that I'm listing, that's not just 3 people. I'm not showing everybody, Jay Ellis. I'm just saying. So do the places that I'm listing are these accurate places? So you can see what I'm talking about. These are accurate places.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that I know how the game go. I know how the game go. And what I am saying is that
they were pushing Skittles.
Say what now? I know that Skittles is the new thing I'm hearing about, but some of these are fake perks. Listen, these are fake perks.
You heard this from Dr. Phil. You watched the Dr. Phil segment.
I've never watched. I don't even watch Dr. Phil.
Agency is saying this.
I don't watch Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't watch Dr. Phil. I barely watch TV. I'm on the internet. I don't watch no Dr. Phil.
Do you watch Joe Rogan? Because Dr. Phil also said that on Joe Rogan.
I do not listen. I do not watch.
Okay, so where specifically did you hear that they are pushing fentanyl like Skittles, or they're making them in the color of Skittles? Where did you hear that?
Friends of mine actually still sell.
Oh, cool. Trust me, bro. Not a police agency, not the FBI, not the CIA, not
they
any
still
federal
sell it.
Agency.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Hold on, vegan. Listen to what I'm saying.
Trust me, bro. I know a guy.
I have friends. Listen.
100K. I'm not gonna say that you.
I have friends.
Hear me out. I'm not gonna say that you didn't have friends who told you that, and I'm also
I have friends who do it. I have friends who do. I have friends. Listen, I have friends right now. Listen, let me say this. I have a friend right now. Look them up on BOP. Listen, I have friends right now. They were doing it. Say what now?
You have friends who sell fentanyl. Is that what you're saying?
I have friends who sell fentanyl. Some of them have just gone to prison, just turned themselves to prison right now. One guy you say I ran track. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Listen. Say what?
So should they be executed?
Listen, if you get fair notice of what the rules are and what the law is, and then you continue to engage in it, and you get the death penalty, that's on you. Just like they just made child molestation an executable offense in some states.
So when cops can plant drugs in your car, many police officers have been caught planting drugs. You should get the death penalty.
What I'm saying is I'm talking about real. No, not in that case, but I'm talking about in real situations.
Well, how are you going to know? How are you going to know? So if a cop plants drugs on you, well, that's
part of the game. It's a lot of guys. It's a lot of guys.
Later, they figure out the cop was planting drugs. Oh, well, I guess we killed the wrong person.
So let me ask you: should OJ have gotten the death penalty? He got found not guilty. You got to go through the system. You know, it's just you got to go through the system.
Yeah. So, dude, if a cop plants drugs and it's not known at the time that he planted drugs, you're in favor of giving the death penalty.
I'm saying this: I believe in due process. Okay. So
you don't get due process. The cop lied.
Listen,
so
if the cop lies,
evidence on you, and they've gotten away with this for years.
The good thing is there are other things. Listen, the good thing is there are other things that you can do. I'm being honest. I know some guys.
No, there isn't. The cop found drugs. It's on a body cam. You're done. You're cooked.
Listen to what I'm saying. He's not saying give death penalty to all drug dealers. He's talking about people who are out there.
That's what he said. That is his exact words.
So you mean to tell me he signed? Listen. So you mean to tell me he signed the first
Fox News interview? Look at the Fox News interview.
Listen, man. These are talking points.
Listen, the death penalty to all
even if he said it, I'm telling you right now, for this man to have just pushed the First Step Act, which just gave relief to a lot of the same drug dealers in what you're talking about, that helped them reduce their sentences, that made them eligible for more program, that allowed them to come home after doing half their time and go to halfway house and get their sentences cut. And then turn around and push laws that say, okay, execute. I want to execute anybody dealing with drugs.
He is extremely unpredictable, erratic. He has neurodegenerative disease. He has clear signs of dementia.
And Biden didn't.
Sorry. Well, no. Biden had age-related cognitive decline, and he's not.
That's
even
still
running,
that's
so
still the same result.
relevant.
Listen, you mean to tell me right now you would have trusted Biden running the country over Trump?
Yes. Biden was a much better president.
Okay, man. Okay. That to me, I feel
created
like
more jobs. He didn't raise the national debt like Trump did. Trump raised the national debt way more than any president over a 4-year term. He was a terrible economic planner. You can even ask him about his economic policies now. You don't know what it is. He talks about.
Let me say this. Let me respond to somebody in the comments. Let me respond to somebody in the comments. When Trump is number one, nobody in the United States will ever get the death penalty for just selling drugs. It's just something that won't happen, even under law. Okay, let me just say that. Then I'm going to get them all because they want them all. But number two, I want to make sure that you're clear. Even if that did become a law, I guarantee you it wouldn't be selling drugs for.
Why would you want to elect a president who says he wants to kill all drug dealers?
Because I feel like it's a lot of guys out there I don't like. I wouldn't care if he said he wanted to knock off all cowboys. And guess what? I would say the same thing. There are certain people out there that I know don't care about. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about your kids. You have kids.
So, by the way, speaking about the black community, how this could impact the black community specifically, we already have precedent from the 1990s crime bill, which was supposed to target the crack epidemic. There wasn't a single federal charge laid against a white person over the course of a 10-year period after that 1990s crime bill. It was only black people, thousands of black people.
Well, it was plenty of.
If they were to institute a policy for death penalty, there wasn't. Not a single federal charge. There wasn't a single federal charge.
Do you work or operate on a daily or weekly basis in any way in the American criminal judicial?
It doesn't matter. There wasn't a single federal charge.
Answer my question.
Over a 10-year period.
That is not true. I know plenty of guys who were just coming out of prison in the early 2010s because they went to prison in 1990 or 1995 for methamphetamine for a manufacturing lab. The state in which I'm from, Missouri, was the meth
crack specifically. There wasn't a single federal charge against a white person for crack. It was only black people. Thousands and thousands of black people were wrongfully accused and incarcerated because of that 1990s crime bill. If you were with racist ass cops who you know target black people, if you were to have them be allowed to send drug dealers, give drug dealers the death penalty, do you think they might target black people specifically?
I know they
might see an increase in bullshit traffic stops. Put it placing evidence. This is just insane.
Vegan. Let me say something real quick. I want to make sure I get you up to date as what I'm trying to say. And don't interrupt me. Two things. Number one, I'm sure that even if that did become a law, it would be a significant amount of drugs that they would talk about. They wouldn't be just talking about petty drugs that you put in your car. I'm sure they'd be talking about a significant amount or some type of drug activity that results in death of people, like the fentanyl epidemic that's going on. That's number one. Number two, crack cocaine in the United States.
Oh, okay.
Let me finish.
Well, okay. So I guess anybody who sells alcohol will have to die.
Let me finish.
I guess beer companies, vodka, gin,
that's not considered the Schedule 1. Listen, that's not considered a Schedule 1 or Schedule 2 drug.
Well, it's a drug.
Okay, listen, let me finish.
So
it's
you're
not
in favor of killing anybody who sells alcohol.
No.
So store owners, grocery stores, beer stores, they all have to die. Guess what? Alcohol is the I think out of any drug, alcohol kills more
let me say this
and causes more hospitalizations.
Vegan, let me say this. I agree with you on that, but let me just say this right here. Also, in the United States, especially before about 10, 15 years ago, methamphetamine was the white man's drug dealing, his drug of choice when it comes to selling. The poor white man, the poor black man's drug dealing choice, drug of choice when it comes to selling was crack for a long time. Then they moved it back to heroin and now it's fentanyl. Ooh.
Yeah, and guess why? It's because the government was funneling cocaine.
We know all that. We know all that.
America. So you want to give black people the death penalty for getting a hold of drugs that white people gave them. Wow, you're really in support of the black community, I guess.
Okay, let me say this. Vegan, let me say this.
White man
equipment. Listen, when it comes to statute, I'm all in the game. Hold up. I'll get to it in a second. When it comes to statutory penalties,
Yes, they were targeting black people with the crack thing. But white dudes with meth labs, they were getting towed up way worse.
So
way worse.
So, sorry, you're in favor of giving black people the death penalty for selling drugs that the white-controlled government gave them. You're in favor of that.
I'm in favor if you're selling drugs and you're killing people.
Right. So when black people are given drugs by a white majority government, you're in favor of executing black people, and not members of the government, apparently.
I'm in favor of that if you're selling drugs and you are actively selling drugs and it's killing people, like the fentanyl stuff that's going around.
Okay, so this guy wants to murder black people, basically.
Come on, man.
Come on, what he's saying. Yeah, so the government sells drugs or distributes drugs.
You're not even American, man. Listen.
So
you're so concerned. Listen, you're so concerned about black people,
knowing that they're going to try to make a profit out of it, and he wants to end up killing black people, not white government members. Like that'll ever fucking happen. The Supreme Court just gave Trump presidential immunity. So
for official acts. He don't make laws though. Listen, he does not make laws. Congress has to make that. Trump would just sign it if he was president. He don't make laws. Do you understand the three branches of government in the United States?
You understand the president can make executive orders, right?
Come on, man.
You understand the president can make executive
drugs
orders.
Is not a statute. Listen, it does not statutorily carry the death penalty, so he can't authorize that. Congress has to authorize the statute in order for it to happen. For it to even be punishable by
make an executive order, correct?
You can't now. See, you don't understand how it works in the United States. You're not American. But look, we've been on here long enough, man. All in the game. I'm gonna address your point. Let me address all in the game point. Then I'm gonna. You said Miss Honey K. What'd you say? Republican controlled Florida literally overturned a referendum that people voted on. Non-valid vote, certain time voted in the Yeah, because I understand that all in the game, and the reason why they did that is because they knew
they hate black people and they don't want them involved in the political system because
no, of course, but they also knew that convicted felons more than likely would go and vote Democrat. So the Republicans didn't want those numbers because they know that Florida's always
so vote Republican, vote for Trump, so that you get your voting rights taken away. And
minority communities. It depends on what state you're in. Listen to what I'm saying. In Missouri, for example, I'm from St. Louis, and in Missouri, you only lose your voting right while you're in prison, on probation, or parole. If you're not one of those, you can be a felon and have murders in your background. Guess what? You still have full voting rights, even as a felon. So it all goes statewide. So that's all I'm saying. You gotta.
You realize Trump wants to eliminate thousands of public service jobs and replace them with Trump loyalists, right? Like he wants to replace members of the FBI, CIA, police stations with Trump loyalists. You don't think that's a problem?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know all of the. I haven't heard him talk. I haven't heard him talk.
Why are you supporting Trump if you don't even understand his policies?
I do understand his policy. Let me finish saying what I'm saying. I understand what he's done already.
You haven't heard everything he says.
Vegan, let me finish. I know what he's done already. I know the policies that he has implemented. I've not heard him talk about a new fiscal policy, but the things that he's done already and the things that he took, the area in which he took it already, were all wins for black people. Number one.
Yeah, destroyed the economy. Destroyed the economy.
He didn't destroy the economy. The economy's doing good before COVID. What are you talking about? The economy's doing good before COVID. He put Supreme Court justice on the bench that
the economic growth under Trump was nothing compared to Biden. You can look at the job growth statistics.
Listen, the numbers went down only because of COVID. Who was working when the election happened? So you mean tell me when the election happened, the economy was doing well? The economy was just recovering. Was still in was recovering from the pandemic?
No. So you can look at economic growth under Trump. You can look at economic growth under Biden.
I don't look at economic
way
growth.
Better economically. Economic policies make way more sense.
Look at economic
way more money, and they haven't driven up the national debt like crazy.
Listen, I don't care about national debt.
Isn't a problem. Oh,
I don't care about it.
So, like devaluing U.S. currency, the entire country going bankrupt, that's not a problem?
No, because we can always print more money.
Oh, okay. Okay. So if the entire country goes bankrupt, has
you can always print more money.
Debt. Well,
you can always, listen, debt don't mean nothing.
No, that's not how money works. You can't just print money and
what are you talking about? We can just keep printing more money. Yes.
That's what inflation. Hyperinflation.
It happens. That sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to change the interest rate. Sometimes
the Fed has to do anything. It doesn't do anything. It just causes hyperinflation.
It happens. But sometimes you have to do things like that. You got to put more money in the system to adjust. So they did it during when the banks, Lehman Brothers, and all that went under.
In the system, you're just creating more money. That doesn't actually create more actual value. You're just devaluing the currency. Do you not understand this basic economic principle?
I do, but I'm saying it's all relative. Okay, I understand inflation.
Clearly, you don't. You literally just said you can get rid of national debt by printing more money. Okay, so
I didn't say get rid of national debt. What I'm saying is that
why didn't Trump print more money so that he didn't raise the national debt?
There's nothing wrong with debt because guess what?
Yeah, there is when you can't pay it off.
Listen, you don't think people would love to be indebted to the United States or have us owe them? Come on now, you don't know what you're talking. You're not even from the United States. People would love it.
Do you understand what the national debt is?
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. Listen, I think you're missing what I'm saying. You're not American.
Okay,
you're not American. You don't even understand. Listen, you're not American.
Why are you even talking about these topics when you don't know what any of this is?
What do you mean I don't know this? You're not even American. You don't even understand. Do you understand the American
doesn't matter if I'm American. You literally don't know what any of this is.
What do you mean I don't know what did I know what is? What are you talking about? What I don't know what is? What are you talking about?
You don't understand the issue with the national debt. You don't know what the national debt is. You think you can get rid of national debt by printing more money.
I never listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: national debt does not matter to the average person outside. Listen, let me finish. Outside of inflation,
it doesn't matter to the average person because they don't know about it and why it's important and why it would affect them.
Let me finish. Americans don't care about the national debt. We care about inflation. We care about the cost of goods.
Oh, okay. Americans don't care about national debt.
We care about inflation.
Constantly claims he's going to bring down the national debt. He makes that a big selling point for his campaign.
Listen. The average American
Democrats
does not
raise
care.
the national debt, and they're going to bankrupt the country. So why is Trump talking about it constantly?
Listen, I can't worry about why he's talking about that. Those are top. Listen, I only care about. Let me tell you right now.
Oh, right. So you don't know.
Let me finish, man. Let me finish. Let me say this.
Policies. You haven't seen any of his campaign promises. You don't know anything about Trump. Don't know anything about his campaign. Don't know anything about these political topics. But you're going to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm Canadian.
Yes. Listen to him.
Okay.
Trump is Trump put people on the bench that got rid of Roe v. Wade. I was definitely against Roe v. Wade. I'm definitely anti-abortion with the 3 exceptions. He put that. He's definitely pro-guns. He definitely put Supreme Court justice on the bench.
No, he's not pro-gun.
I know one thing. They have ruled. They have put rulings. Let me finish. They put rulings in place that have protected the Second Amendment. He's also put people in place who protected the right to due process. The same
Trump
thing.
Himself is not pro-gun. He banned bump stocks.
No. But that was because he had to because of what happened in Vegas.
He didn't have to do anything. He banned bump stocks, which was a completely stupid, arbitrary decision that got overturned.
Why? But he had to.
Didn't prevent the ATF from mandating other bullshit like the.
Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. I got a call. Hold on for a second. See, let me explain something to you real quick, and I gotta go. Vegan, when bad things happen in the United States, we have a lot of mass shootings, we have a lot of negative things going on. They do what they call knee-jerk reactions. So even though bump stops really don't do nothing, but the fact that
so he's not pro-gun, he'll ban guns as soon as it's politically convenient for him.
The fact that a man went up in Vegas from there at the Mandalay Bay and did what he did and hit all those people with that concert.
Trump won't defend your firearms rights. He will.
I haven't seen him
firearm
do
accessories.
The justices that he put. Listen. The justices that he put in place just helped Lil Boosie out in California beat his case, even though they recharged him with a drug user crime. But the Supreme Court has really
that doesn't matter. Trump himself is not pro-gun. He will ban guns as soon as it's politically convenient for him.
All right, man. Hey, Vegan, it's nice having you on, man. I thank you for coming on, just having a discourse.
By the way, if you're ever interested in debating veganism,
I don't know nothing about veganism. Hey, man, I don't know nothing about veganism.
Well, if you don't know anything about it, we can talk about it. So maybe you can learn.
Listen, how about this? You come. I gave you an hour on her to talk. Become a member of my channel. Hit me up. Come to my thing. My phone number's on there. You can come into my chat, and I'll add you on. We can chop it up.
Okay, sure.
You know what I'm saying? You can become a member. Just hit the join button, and I have a thing on there for the group chat. It's the WhatsApp. As a matter of fact, hold up, Vegan. Let me put it in the group. Put it in the chat so everybody can have it. Then you can join. Hey, Matei, is there something you want to say before? Here's an opinion either, Democrat.
No, nothing. I just found that boxing wasn't the first Olympic sport. in the Olympics.
Yeah, of course it wasn't, man. This dude don't know what he's talking about. But you ain't got to go into that, man. I know it wasn't. What was it? Track and field?
No, it was a thing called stadium race. It was like a foot race. It's like
right, track and field. Track and field. I know. He said a lot of things that he don't know what he's talking about. But it's okay.
I also found an article on why how black people retain more calcium in Purdue University in 2005.
So I was right about it. It's from Purdue. I was right about
Purdue
that.
University in 2005. There's like
an
article about it, talking about black girls and get crossed with white girls as well for adolescents.
I know he does. Listen, he doesn't listen to what I'm saying. When I had Harry Potter on here,
nothing to do with our talk about osteoporosis.
Listen, he's talking about just retaining calcium retention and other things. But I don't have to go into that because I already know I was right because I studied this. He can get out here and make it seem like that.
One more thing that there's a small article I saw that says sports and the bottom of natural athletics showcasing pure athletic prowess. So whether it's sprint, long distance, or not. So
yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
That's not. So how is that term being used? How is it defined?
Whether it's sprint, long distance, so the sports and bottom of natural athletic showcasing pure athletic prowess. Whether if it's sprinting, long distance running, or the field events like shot put and high jump, each event demands a unique blend of strength, agility, and technique.
What was the source?
Some small article.
Okay. So it's So that's not a scientific source. I asked.
So do you need like a college university base?
No. I asked you to find a source. I asked you to find a source that uses the term pure athletics with some sort of scientific definition behind it from a sports journal, athletics journal, or from
he wants to discredit whatever you put out there, man.
Sports scientist.
Gotcha.
Listen, it's all good.
Okay, so he just needs a university.
You just found a random article that says pure athletics.
He just needs a university level thing whatever.
No,
that's what you're saying. You need something that's like with like proud like high bases of like it's like from this university or this like big.
Okay, do you understand what a like legitimate scientific source is? Just because you can find a random article on the internet from a blog, that doesn't mean
it's not
anything.
from a blog.
What is it from?
It's from like this George Carlo, chairman of CEO and Secrets of Champions. So whatever that is, look it up.
Okay, that's nothing.
All right. Well, look, he's going to discredit whatever you say, but it's cool. Vegan, my WhatsApp thing is in there. If anybody wants to join, send me a super chat. Thank you guys for coming on. Let me make sure you guys have the link. You guys can super chat, support the channel. I got some great content coming out. Track and field, vegan. I don't know nothing about veganism. I eat meat. I love eating meat. I like hog maw, pig feet, collard greens, all the things that black Americans.
Yeah, you're going to give yourself heart disease, diabetes, hypertension.
Hey, guess what? Veganism,
you already appear to be overweight, and you're at a particularly high risk because you're black, even though apparently you're part of the genetic super race.
Vegan, let me ask you something. Vegan, let me ask you something. You're a vegan. Hey, vegan, let me ask you something. Vegan, let me ask you something. You're a vegan, right? Where you eat all the vegan stuff that you're talking. Where are you going to be in 150 years from now?
Well, I'll probably be dead unless there's some new medical.
Hey, veganism. Where are you going to be in 150 years from now?
Dead.
Okay, right. So regardless of what you eat, we're going to be the same
in
spot.
all likelihood.
I'll meet you there, vegan.
Yeah, okay,
God,
you'll get there 20 or 30 years before me. But
you guys will come. Catch y'all later, man. Matthias, catch y'all later. Veganism. I see you in the grave, brother. I'll meet you there. Peace, y'all.